Comets.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on. Join me home to have some fun. When the clock strikes 1, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, 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 till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3, and 4, if the band slows down, we'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, 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 till broad daylight. We're gonna
Welcome to Irish Bill's. I'm going to say Irish Bill's Twist on Sports, but it's not Wednesday night. It is Friday night. It is playoff time here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium as the Raiders host the Creekside Knights, the first ever meeting between these teams. Both teams 8-2 coming into playoffs. And welcome to Up on the Roof with Irish Bill and Seminole Bob. Welcome, Bob.
Hey, Bill, it's Friday Night Lights, week 10 plus 1. It's great to be
Actually,
playing.
week 11 plus 1.
11 plus 1.
So we're like in week 12.
Yeah.
But Navarre hosted Creekside, teams that are pretty equal in all facets of the game. Creekside comes in 8-2, 5-0 on the road, 3-2 at home. Their losses to Buchholz and the number one team in our bracket here,
Bartram Trail.
And the Raiders lose to 2 playoff teams, Niceville and the Pine Forest Eagles. The Raiders 5-0 on the road as well, 3-2 at home. So something's got to give tonight here, Bob.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, for Creekside, you say, well, we finished 4th in the
RPI,
FBI, CIA, NAACP.
BCS,
Yes.
CFP.
BFT, ABA, American Basketball Association. You're higher than the Raiders, but why are we on the road? Well, with the
you didn't win
format-
your district.
That's right. In fact, they lost 2 in their district to those 2 powerful teams.
Buchholz and to Bartram Trail.
The Bears.
The Bears, number 1 team in the state in Class 4S.
Correct.
And whoever comes out of this game will be making that trip to Bartram Trail next Friday night, because Bartram Trail is hosting Flagler Palm Coast tonight, the 8 seed. So we're seeing probably not much of a game going on there. But you know what we got to do in the playoffs? We got to read.
You have to read stuff.
I have to read stuff. So you're viewing the 2022 FHSAA Class 4S Football Region Quarterfinals on IrishBillSports.com and Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube. Rights to this broadcast of this region quarterfinal in the 2022 FHSAA Class 4S Football Championships have been granted to Irish Bill Sports by the Florida High School Athletic Association and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited. So there's 2 things out of the way.
That's right.
And as quick as I can get them out of the way, I will get them out of the way at least once.
And you got to do it once a quarter.
Every time you go in and out of the station, you got to do the first one. But not as many this time, but there is still like 3 pages of stuff.
FHSAA, right?
Florida High School Athletic Association. Florida High School. Yeah, that's it.
Used to be activities.
Activities. Yep. Well, Creekside comes in.
It is athletic. There you go.
It is Athletic Association. Creekside comes in 8-2. Their games go like this. Game 1, they took out Vieira 49-0. In week 2, they took out Ponte Vedra Nice 62-41. They hosted a team out of Glen Academy, Georgia. In week 3, a 21-20 victory for the Knights. Week 4, they faced Buchholz, a 48-41 loss. Mandarin the next week, Creekside 37, Mandarin 27. Creekside 49, Oakley 48. You see a trend here, Bob? They score a lot of points.
Oh, yeah. Most
Bartram
certainly.
Trail took them out in week 7, 59-27. Creekside 38, Fleming Island 35. Creekside 36, Atlantic Coast 7. And last week, Creekside 47, Ponte Vedra 22. So they're 8-2 on the season. Like I said, 5-0 on the road. And their 2 losses came at home. The Raiders got their season started week 1 with a 47-7 win over Fort Walton Beach. Came back home to face the number 1 ranked team in the state in Class 3S. The Pine Forest Eagles took them out 39-9, but it was then a 7-game winning streak for the Raiders, and it went like this. 37-6 over Rickards on the road, 38-20 at Tate, 38-7 over Leon at Homecoming. Mosley on the road, 38-35. Navarre 34, Milton 27 over Pace, 23-21. Gulf Breeze 28-24 last week. A 35-14 setback to the Niceville Eagles. It's not the same score as Notre Dame upset over Clemson last Saturday night. I did not see that one coming.
Yeah.
High School, Russell Stadium.
Absolutely.
Football action
But one thing I need to do before we go any further, we have some people to thank or we would not be here. So I'm going to bring up our donation list for tonight's game. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, the Wayne Keene family, the Clay Matthews family, the Lou Barr family, Craig Marsh, his family, Jennifer Watson, Hugh Gither, a friend of mine, and Glenda Lewis. Without them donating their funds towards helping us offset the cost of Florida high school football's charge for a live video broadcast, we have it covered for this week, Bob.
Yeah, Ms. Watson, a assistant principal here at Navarre High School. Her son was the manager from the swim team. I saw her the other night. So thank you, Ms. Watson, but I'm sure she's here at the game. Supporter of everything. She's always here at Navarre High School. I've done chaperone chorus trips with her. Like I said, I saw her the other night at the swim team banquet for Navarre High School.
Jim Hoban checking in already, says, howdy, Bill and Bob. It's playoff time. Let's go Raiders. And I got a chance to meet Noah, who's does the broadcast for Creekside. He's down in our booth this evening, a nice student at Creekside, getting started early in broadcasting. He does all the play-by-play for Creekside here in 2022, and I had a chance to meet him earlier. Nice young man. And guess what? The best thing about him?
He went to Notre Dame.
Close. He's a high school kid still, so he's not in college.
Wow.
He's a Notre Dame fan. And some family members, his grandfather went to Notre Dame.
Okay.
So we got along really well.
Now, is FHSAA covering this game?
No, he's doing a audio broadcast only back to Creekside area, St. John's area.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I had a short discussion with athletic director for Navarre, and his mind escapes.
Scott Murphy?
Yeah.
His mind escapes you? His mind escapes you or his name escapes you?
So I asked him about next week going to Bartram Trail at Florida High School, since they broadcast Florida High School
and NFHS.
And he says he doesn't remember that being a rule. So
okay. So it sounds like we'll be good.
So he said he would keep that in the back of his mind to help.
Well, Scott will fight any battle that we need. Scott loves
great.
us, and actually the Navarre community loves us, and I see it in my messages that I've been getting all week long from everybody asking, "You going to do the game? You guys going to do the game?" And I said, "Yep, that's our plan." And they're like, because they thank me for doing the games, and I said, don't thank me. I'm just happen to be the ones here telling the story, you and I. And we're just fortunate that we're able to bring the games to you, and we want to thank our community here for stepping up, or we wouldn't be here tonight.
Nope, not at all. I saw a Navarre family, and I want to say Brogan or Bragan. I don't know if their son plays or did play. I got a couple of hot dogs for the game, so my stomach wouldn't growl. And he asked me if I was Bill, and I said, no, I'm the better-looking one.
That's
And
true. You are.
He thanked us for broadcasting, talking about his in-laws and his parents.
And his outlaws.
Yeah, and all his relatives from around the country that can listen to the football game, and thanked me profusely. And I said, thank you. He says, we keep them entertained.
We try. We try. Ursula Householder checking in, speaking of one of our sponsors during the regular season. Ursula has stepped up for like the last 8 years, and we thank her. She's with Mike and Nick and Allie are checking in from Huntsville tonight. Said, go Raiders, good luck. And thank you, Ursula, for stepping up every year and allowing us to do the games during the season at no cost to our viewers.
No, and some people come playoff time, much less the regular season, charge for getting on games. That's not our intention. Our intention over the playoffs was to take care of it. Playoffs was to take care of it ourselves, raising the funds, rather than to go through put your credit card in. And
Class of 2012 quarterback Dusty Jones checking in tonight. Thanks, Dusty. He checks in every week. He was a quarterback on that 2011 team, and I'm sure we'll get some more posts from people tonight say that they'll support us with donations as well. But thanks, Dusty, for checking in every week. I actually got to see Dusty when he went up to LBW and played baseball, junior college up there just in Andalusia. And I did a few Andalusia LBW baseball games up there. Camden Oliver checking in, said, let's go Raiders. And it's a big night here. It's the playoffs. We missed this last year, and hopefully we don't get used to not being here.
Oh, absolutely. I love this place. I love this place.
It's what's that song? Love This Bar. I guess I probably can't play that music. I'm sure the FHSA would have me in hot water for.
You
playing
love this bar right here.
Love this bar. You know the yeah.
You're talking
We're gonna have
railing.
to bring that song up. You keep talking, and I'm gonna bring that. We're gonna go to.
We
break.
want to thank today the reason why I was off from school. Our kids were off from school. Some of the military, non-essential federal workers, was because of Veterans Day. Bill and I and our supporters, thank you, veterans, those who are serving and those who have served.
Who do you think you are anyway?
And those who have paid the ultimate price.
You're fired. You were fired yesterday. Yeah, whatever. Hey, can I get a beer over here? Hey guys, I'm sorry. All right, let's not do this, all right?
We got winners, we got losers, chain smokers and boozers, and we got yuppies, we got bikers, we've got thirsty hitchhikers.
I just had to get that there. We love Navarre, and it always comes out. You know, anytime you're doing talk to text and you say Navarre, it says the bar. So that's why I brought that up.
The bar.
The bar. So, but anyways.
So thank you, Bill Hamill, and your family for your service to our country.
You're welcome. Clay Matthews checking in. Matthews family, one of our donators tonight. Thank you, Clay, for coming aboard. And Jennifer Latavish watching from Cape Canaveral. tonight.
Whoa.
Her and Mark catching the game tonight. DQ Clark checking in, said, "Let's go Raiders." The father of Dwayne Clark and James Clark. He always watches down below. He likes listening to our broadcast. I don't know why. It's not like we're any kind of popular or anything, but we have a good time, and hopefully we got a good game coming up tonight.
Yep, absolutely. We're not the only good one in the area. Crestview and Niceville go at it.
They should have just kicked off. That's a 7 o'clock Central kickoff. And Sewanee and Walton kicking off tonight. Madison County and Fort White over. We got some games going already. Florida High and South Walton. I knew that game wasn't going to be very close. And Crestview and Niceville just underway over in Okaloosa County. A big game going across the town in Pensacola as Catholic is hosting Wakulla tonight. That should be an interesting ball game. Pine Forest at home tonight as they'll be hosting the Rickards Raiders. West Florida will be hosting tonight. They'll be facing off against Bay High School. Lincoln at Columbia, Pace on the road over at Buchholz. So there's some games going on tonight. We'll get you those scores as we go on.
Buchholz up on Pace, 13-0. They're on
No
Eastern
surprise
time.
there, led by quarterback Creed Whittemore. We saw him when he was a sophomore right here when they knocked Navarre out of the playoffs in 2020. And quite a talent. He was committed to the University of Florida as decommitted. His older brother is wide receiver at Florida. And their dad is still the head coach there at Buchholz. And great talent. And they're kind of hogging up the talent pool in that family right now.
Yeah, you think Columbia leading Lincolnville 16-0.
No surprise there to me. Lincoln's had an up and down season. And I believe Escambia is hosting Middleburg tonight as well over at Escambia High tonight. So there's the games going on. We're going to go ahead and head out for a commercial break. We're about 23 minutes from kickoff here at Navarre High School where you have Creekside and Navarre. And remember, you are viewing the 22 FHSA Class 4S football region quarterfinals on IrishBillSports.com and Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Craig Culver of Culver's. Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
Thinking about selling your property? Call Ursula Householder of Coldwell Banker Realty in Navarre now. The consultation is free, and Ursula uses the best tools the industry has to offer. Her years as a top producer, relocation specialist, and Florida military market specialist will help you get the desired result. If you are buying, Ursula's experience will help you make an informed decision to find the right home for you. And if you mention this advertisement, Ursula will donate $100 to the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club when the deal closes. To find out if you qualify for any of the military rewards, call or text 850-642-5711 or email ursula.householder@cbrealty.com or go to urhouseholderhomes.com. That's urhouseholderhomes.com. Go Raiders!
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. If buying, selling, or building a dream home is in your future, you need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes and Stacy Wright are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or selling experience smooth. See University at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call 850-396-0322.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raiders Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track, whether it's seeing to it that they're properly fed, have good transportation, or making sure that all Raider fans can watch and hear all exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com. If you want to move better, feel better, and live better pain-free, Dr. Paul Britt at Integrative Chiropractic Solutions is the only certified sports chiropractor for Gulf Breeze and Navarre. He can address your sports injuries quickly and effectively, and after only 4 visits on average, with a 96% resolution rate. So give Integrative Chiropractic Solutions a call today at 850-916-9304 or book online at drpaulbritt.com. That's 850-916-9304 or online at drpaulbritt.com. They want to fix you swiftly to get you back in the game.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. You might say he found the key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away, on the road and hanging by a song. But the string's already broken and he doesn't really care. It keeps changing fast and it don't last for long. With the Colorado Rocky Mountain High.
Welcome back to Bennett C. Russell Stadium. It's playoff football here as Navarre hosts the Creekside Knights in round 1, the region quarterfinals. Region 1 here. Winner will go on to face the winner of Flagler, Palm Coast, and Bartram Trail next Friday night. But I want to take this time. It is Veterans Day, so I want to wish all those out there that are watching tonight or listening to our broadcast a happy Veterans Day, and a happy Veterans Day weekend. We cannot thank you all enough for the sacrifices that you have made in support of your country, and believe me, they will never go unnoticed. Those that are currently serving and those that have served in the past, we thank you for your service.
And while they were deployed or serving, you know, Bill, I was the baby of the family, if you haven't guessed already. I was the runt of the family.
You must have a big family then.
No, I'm just a baby.
Tall family.
No, actually,
Not really?
Yeah, I'm the tallest in the whole family. They stretched me out.
You're going to find this hard to believe, but I was the tallest in my family too.
Wow.
I was a half inch taller than my brother, but he kicked my butt all the time. Nah, he didn't.
They put me on a rack and stretched me every year.
Drink coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
But let's remember, Bill, the spouses and families who were behind, you know, being
Most
the
definitely.
youngest. My mother had me in her late 30s, so when Dad was in Vietnam, it's hard on the spouses that have to play mom and dad, or when the other one is serving and fighting for our country.
Most definitely.
Defending the Constitution.
Billy checking in says, let's go Raiders. Ronald Santiago said, let's go EJ. Steve Houston checking in says, let's go Raiders. And Joanne, watching from North Dakota, buried in snow, says, let's go Raiders. And thank you, Joanne, and everybody for checking in tonight. Navarre here at home, hopefully for the first of a 5-week run here.
Absolutely.
And as long as they're still playing, we'll keep bringing you the games.
That's right. Absolutely. Joanne, it's 68
and windy.
Yeah, windy. It's supposed to get down to 47 and maybe 37 on Monday, but we don't have any snow.
No snow. In fact, of all the times in the 31 years I've lived here, I think we've had a trace maybe twice. And we have some ice storms, which are almost as bad, if not worse.
I agree.
They'll shut you down as well.
People know how to drive on ice.
Hey, Craig Marsh checking in, said Craig watching from Germany and Colin watching from Port Orange, Palmer College of Chiropractic. So thank you, Craig, and your family for your donation this week so that we can bring the broadcast to everyone. We thank you every week. And
we hope young
enjoy
Mr. Marsh
the
has
game.
a big night tonight.
Chase Marsh, the youngest of the Marsh boys. And we're going to need him to step up this week. He had the Raiders' only sack last week.
You know, it's good that he's got somebody in chiropractic because after the licks he gives, they're gonna need some adjusting.
Joanne says it's 6 degrees above zero there with 17+ inches of snow on the ground.
Oh, my gosh, Joanne, come down to the
You got to pick and
state.
choose where you live there, Joanne. I mean, doesn't
gosh.
sound like a very, unless you got a reason that you're up there. What reason would that be? That's kind of personal, Billy, isn't it?
Well, maybe maybe she likes snow.
Maybe you like snow. Do you like snow, Joanne? I'm sure you'll let us know here in a few minutes. I don't mind snow, but I don't like driving it. I like snow when I'm sitting in my comfort of my own home in Florida watching it on TV.
Yeah. With the fireplace from the internet on the
big screen on the wall.
On the big screen.
I mean, and I never have to worry about starting the fireplace back up again. It just keeps going for hours and hours.
Going.
And I don't spend anything on wood or starter logs or
having to take the ashes out.
No, don't have to worry about any of that.
Nope, just push a button.
But Creekside comes in here, a very formidable opponent. They're led by senior quarterback. I think he's a senior. Let me double check on that real quick. Senior quarterback Wilson Edwards on the season, 96 of 150, 1,412 yards, 15 touchdowns, 6 picks. At running back, their main threat is Nicholas Williams, 209 carries, 1,097 yards, 16 touchdowns. They're receiving Brendan McMillan, Ashton Reynolds, and Hampton Rydell. Ashton Reynolds, I met his dad earlier before the game. They came over separately, and he's one of the assistant coaches on the staff. Coach McIntyre, the head coach at Creekside.
Did they come up today, or did they?
They came up this morning. They left at 9:15 this morning from Creekside, St. John's area, and they stopped at Florida State on the way and got their walkthrough in, and then came on over and they ate at Sonny's earlier this afternoon up in Pace. So they're ready to go, and they'll be wearing their colors are black and red and white. So no contrast in colors here between these two teams. And the Raiders will be coming out with their home black uniforms with the the maroon numbers outlined in white and the Raider helmet. Creekside with the big C on the side of their helmet. They are the Knights, which was my name of my mascot for my high school, East Noble in Kendallville, Indiana. We're also the Knights, but our colors were gold and blue. So, did you guys have a mascot, or you were the Vikings, right?
I was a Viking.
You're a Viking.
Viking, and then a Seminole.
A Seminole. So,
I was a Raider.
You like to go out and plunder, then, huh?
Well, I was a Raider also 2 years at Okaloosa Walton.
That's right.
Junior
they were the
college.
Raiders.
They
were the Okaloosa Walton Community College Raiders.
College.
Now they're the Northwest Florida State
Oh,
Raiders.
I go further back than that. They were the junior college.
Yes.
Before that. Keys to the Knights game, Bill. Penalty free, air free, perfect game. A balance in offense between running and passing. Set up the run. so the RPO will work. Otherwise, if you get too one-dimensional, and we've seen Navarre do that in past games, you've got other people.
Yeah, I was talking with Noah, the broadcaster, play-by-play guy for Creekside. Their kicker is Darajati, so it was easier than what it looks like. So it's Darajati. He set the state record this year for points that is scored by a kicker in a game with 17 earlier in the season. So that's the highest total this year. So it's a nice little fact that I got from Noah downstairs, and that's Darajati, 45 of 45 on extra points on the season, 12 of 15 field goals. So they have not missed an extra point, 46 of 46 on the season, 12 of 16 at field goals. And but one thing that he is only averaging about 30 yards a kickoff, so that kind of sets up into the Raiders' return game. Creekside has a great return game as well, and I'm looking at their stats. They have 4 returns as well on kickoffs. So this should be a battle of equally matched teams. Both like to run the ball, both like to throw it, and they both have solid kickers.
Yeah, most certainly. Special teams is going to be very important. I think we saw in some statistics about the number of touchbacks that they do not get the Creekside.
We're going to move it over to the field mic here real quick.
The Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard with a moment of silence.
Moment of silence for our veterans.
Thank you.
Paul Villanova does a great job on the P8. We're getting ready to go our national anthem, so we'll be going back over to the field mic here momentarily as the ROTC comes from the south end zone.
On right rifle, Cadet Chief Petty Officer Caleb McDevitt. With the Navy flag, Cadet Master Chief Petty Officer Seth Garcia. With the American flag, Cadet Ensign Miguel Martinez. And on left rifle, Cadet Petty Officer First Class Seth Mannion.
We'll get to the captains here momentarily. Stand by for our national anthem. Another fine rendition of our national anthem. Tim, I'm going to get this painful thing that I got to get out of the way. Bob, you know what this is about.
Yeah.
Wayne and Tim Keene checked in this afternoon. They made a nice donation to our broadcast. And one thing I told them I would do, this is painful for me to do, but we're going to get it over with real quick. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
You'll never, ever hear me say that again.
Unless they're donation.
Unless they're donating again. That's the only way that I'll be saying that ever again. Yeah, but there you go. You heard it once.
Sacrifice.
And hopefully it helps because your team stunk it up last week.
Yes, they did. They don't have an easy one this week. Visiting Ole Miss.
Hotty toddy. Gosh almighty. Yeah. Down to Oxford where they redshirt Miss Americas.
You're sick. You are a sick person.
We got Pam Frank checking in. Grammy is watching from Lake Susie. Darkwing. That's what Tim Geen goes by. Let's go Raiders. Timmy and Wayne are checking in with. I already said it. I'm not saying it again. But the ROTC is getting ready. The honor guard's getting ready to leave the field, and we are just moments away from kickoff. Your captains tonight for Navarre, Dwayne Clark, Ethan Newman, Trey Bragg, and Jaden Reese. For your Creekside, the visitors on the scoreboard, your Creekside Knights. Wilson Edwards, Anthony Akel, Nathan Hernandez, and Ian Mooney. Your captains for both teams. There you go. We'll have them meeting here at the midfield stripe, right in the middle of the Navarre Raider at the 50-yard line. And we'll have the coin flip here momentarily. Remember, you are viewing the 2022 FHSA Class 4S Football Region Quarterfinals on IrishBillSports.com and Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube.
Number 30, Ian Mooney. Captains for Navarre Raiders. Offensive captain, number 71, Ethan Newman. Defensive captain, number 22, Trey Bragg. Special teams captain, number 8, Jaden Reese. And your Raider captain, number 7, Dwayne Clark Jr.
The captains have been introduced by Paul Villanova, his first year on the mic doing the public address, as Steve Alford has left to follow his coach, his first year at head coaching over at Lighthouse Private Christian Academy over there, and he got his first win on the season. They finished up going up 1-9, if I remember right. But they did get to 1-8 or 1-9. But there's your captains. We have done the coin toss.
The Raiders won the toss, Bill.
Did they defer? Whoa. Just when we think we have them figured out, the Raiders are going to take the ball to start the game. So we are just moments away, actually seconds away from kickoff here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. It's round 1 of the FHSA state playoffs here. And you're watching live on IrishBillSports.com and Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube. Sit back, enjoy the show, as we'll be your host for the next 3+ hours here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. And the Raiders come out of the south end zone wearing their black unis, black helmets, maroon numbers outlined in white. And the Raider on the side of the helmet. And they call this place Navarre High School, the home of the Raiders. And they'll be hosting the Knights of Creekside for the first time these two teams match on a Friday night here in the state of Florida. This is Irish Bill with Seminole Bob, bringing you live action of tonight's game.
We have 7 zebras on the field, Bill.
7?
Playoff football, 7 officials.
7 officials. The Raiders will be receiving the kickoff to get this game underway. Putting toe on leather for the Creekside Knights will be Ronald Darren Jotty. I had to get to, it's Daraggjati. Darren Jotty. Okay, so we got that scored away. Thanks to Noah, the play-by-play guy for Creekside, for giving me that pronunciation.
For the Raiders, number 1.
Terrence Marshall and Jaden Reese back deep. Creekside comes out in their red pants, white unis with the red numbers, black helmets with a C on the side. They are known as the Knights.
Ronald Serajani. And here we go.
And we are ready for some playoff football here in the state of Florida. The White Hat waiting to give the sign to get this game underway. And they're having some communication with the two officials, the side judge here near us and the White Hat. And he's coming over to have a little talk with Coach Walls. Not really sure what's going on here. Maybe letting the smoke clear out a little bit here. I think that's what it was. Smoke has cleared out to the north end zone here.
Smoke gets in your eyes.
No, I'm not going to pull that song up. I think I pulled up enough new songs this week. Jennifer Watson checking in from Knoxville, Tennessee. Said go Vols tomorrow and go Raiders tonight. Thank you, Bill and Bob. Thank you, Jennifer. Darren Jotty with the short kick. It's going to be fielded at the 37 by Landon Mentzler. And the Raiders going to have first down on the short kick by Darren Jotty.
Recovered by number 19, Landon Metzler.
And the Raiders going to start out first and 10 from their own 37. Great field position to get this game underway, Bob.
Yep, didn't kick it to Marshall or the other returnees.
Rayson Marshall splitting out to the far side.
The quarterback for the Raiders.
Ryan Bavis to the near side. Right, Ricky Riley back there. E.J. Love, the lone back, to the left of Hunter Feaster. It's going to be a handoff to Love. He's off right tackle with a nice gain out to about the 38. Give him 1 yard to bring up 2nd and 9.
Taken down by number 55, Cole Long.
Cole Long on the tackle for Creekside. 2nd and 9 for the Raiders from their 38. Just underway here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. Kamal Rustum checking in. Thanks, Kamal. 2nd and 9, Navarre. Twins to the far side, single back. Quick hitter to Jaden Reese, and he's going to dive forward. It looks like he has enough for the first down, Bob.
Good hustle. Good catch out in the flat.
A gain of 9 right at the marker, and it's a Raider first down.
That's good enough. For the Raider first down.
Move the chains, first down, Navarre. They move the ball out to the 48. Actually, give him 10 on that. First and 10, Navarre from their 48. It's going to be a handoff to Love. He's going to get pushed out of bounds on the far side, but it looks like he's going to have about a 4 to 5 yard gain, depending on the spot at the 48. They're going to spot the ball down to the 48-yard line, so a gain of 4. A bring up 2nd and a short 6. 4 yards on the carry by Love. Raiders into night territory at the 48. 11:06 on the clock. No score here. Just underway at Navarre High School. He's going to be handoff to Love. He's going to get off right tackle. He's going to get down to the 45-yard line. Give him about 3. Give him about 3 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 3.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 3 from about the 45.
They're at Raiders with the 3rd and 3 at Creekside's 45-yard line. And I wouldn't be surprised if we go 4 down territory right off the bat, Bob.
Oh, no question. No question.
Raiders at the night 45, 3rd and 3. 10:29 on the clock here in the opening quarter. They're going to run the Wildcat. They box it up right at the line of scrimmage, a gain of 1. And it's going to be down to the 44, and it's going to bring up 4th and a long 2.
Navarre cannot get too predictable, Bill. You have a lot of talent on the team.
Taylor Gardner in to punt for the first time this season. Coach Wall's playing the field position game here early on.
Do we see a fake here, Bill?
Back to receive, number 17, Andrew Kelly.
Gardner with an end over end punt. It's going to get inside the 20. It's going to come to rest right at the 15-yard line. The reason why Navarre is hosting, Navarre is a district winner. Creekside did not win their district, so that is the reason that even though Navarre is the 5 seed, they are hosting because they are a district champion. So that's good. Ball's going to be placed at the 16. A 28-yard punt inside the 20 on the first punt of the year for Taylor Gardner. Wilson Edwards with the quick hitter to the far side. He breaks one tackle before he gets pushed out of bounds. Out to the 23. His intended receiver was McMillan. That's going to be a gain of 6 to McMillan. Bring up 2nd and 4.
Gain of about 7 brings up 2nd down and 3.
They're actually going to give him 7 on the play. Handoff to, get my numbers here, 28. That would be Nicky Williams, the leading ball carrier. He's going to get 2 yards and bring up 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 for the Knights from their own 25-yard line. 9 minutes to go, no score here at Navarre High School. It's going to be Edwards on the keeper. He's going to get the first down, but not before he makes the Raiders with a big hit there on the line by Keona Moso and Dwayne Clark. First down on the 2-yard carry by Edwards.
1st and 10, about the 28-yard line.
So, initial first down for Knights. The Knights from their 28, they're going to hand off to Williams. And he's going to get out over the 30, actually right to the 30. A gain of 2. They'll bring up 2nd and 8, tackled by Moso. 2nd and 8 from the Creekside 30-yard line. Edwards back to pass, and he finds his receiver, and it's a big gain into Raider territory down to the 42. Luckily, Trey Bragg was there to make the tackle. They're going to spot the ball at the 40. It's going to be a gain of 30.
Trey Bragg, first down at the 40-yard line for Creekside.
Pass was thrown behind the receiver. Navarre just didn't pick it up.
And it's going to be a gain of 8. And I believe that was
Brandon McMillan on the carry for Creekside. Going to bring up 2nd down and 3. Ball at the 35.
2nd and 3, and that's going to be a first down carry on 2nd and 3 by Williams. He's going to gain 5 yards. They'll give Creekside another first down.
That's good enough for Creekside. First down, 1st and 10.
Knights, stay and hurry up here.
28-yard line.
1st and 10 at the Raider 26 for Creekside. It's going to be handoff to Williams. He's met right at the line of scrimmage, breaks one tackle, gets down to the 25. Give him 2, bring up 2nd and 8.
Number 19, Landon Metzer. Gain of about 2.
The big reception was to Eros Toffer, the 30-yard gain down to the 30. 3 for 3 passing here in the initial series for Wilson Edwards. That pass is a little underthrown, and it's going to be short, so they'll bring up 3rd and 8 on the first incompleted pass of the night for Edwards.
Raider fans, let's make some noise. It's third.
They are in field goal range, and this young man is 12 of 15 on the season. And I'm sure Creekside would like to put up 6. 3rd and 8. Edwards back to pass. He's feeling pressure. It's a little screen play, but the Raiders read it, and they're going to stop him short of the first down, all the way down to the 20. It's going to be a gain of 5 on a screen pass to Williams.
On the tackle. Comes up short. It's going to be
Quarterback looked off to the right.
4th down at about 4.
Had a screen play to the left.
Ball at the 21-yard line. Let's make some noise, Raider fans.
The Knights are going for it here, Bill.
6:35, 6:36 on the clock. 4th and 4. 4th and a long 4 for the Knights at the Raider 21.
Look for a pass here.
Senior quarterback Wilson Edwards in the pistol. It's going to be a handoff. Now he's got a receiver for the touchdown. And Creekside's on the board first as he hit Hampton Rydell. The 21-yard pass to Rydell. And Creekside's on the board first.
He had the inside leverage, one-on-one coverage.
At the 6:22 mark of the first quarter, 21-yard pass. Darren Jotty in for the extra point. 45 of 45 on the season for this young man.
Jotty, the extra point.
The kick is up and it's through. 7-0 Creekside as they take their opening possession. 84 yards, and on the board, 7-0 Creekside here on Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube and irishbillsports.com.
Official news about Florida high school sports, including results of all rounds in the 2022 FHSAA football championships. Visit FHSAA.com.
Easy for you to say, Paul.
Athletic Association. That's www.fhsaa.com. Catch live on-demand postseason coverage.
That was a 16th touchdown pass on the season for Edwards.
NFHSnetwork.com. Brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official.
I know how hard that is. I've been reading that stuff for 14 years. Well, 9 years the Raiders have been in the playoffs.
Right.
I also have done it for girls soccer as well. But the Raiders, just like last week in the Niceville game, they take the opening kickoff, they punt the ball away. Niceville drove down 85 yards. This time, Creekside drives down 84 yards. And the same verdict, 7-0 visiting team.
Along with number 1, Terrence Marshall.
5 of 6 passing for Edwards for 71 yards.
84, Ronald Derek Jotty.
Derek Jotty getting ready to put toe on leather. 7-0 Creekside here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. Round 1 of the state playoffs underway. And that's a kind of a kick that landed in Nowhere's land.
No man.
That's going to be picked up by Jaden Reese at the 23. Basically just fell on the ball to make sure that he secured it.
Little Caesars Pizza, Navarre Plumbing and Gas, Baird Chiropractic, Gold Freeze Automotive, Ace Hardware, Johnny Houston's, and Ginger South Photography. Thank you.
Robert Moon checking in. STS Knoll checking in as well. 1st and 10 Raiders from the 23. 6:18 on the clock. 7-0 Creekside. Twins to the far side. Single to the near side. It's going to be a quick hitter off the hands of his intended receiver, Braden Brown, the H-back.
Intended for number 87, B.B. Brown, incomplete. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
One thing we've been talking about, Feaster has had a little bit of happy feet over the last couple of weeks. He needs to just set himself. He throws a great ball once he sets his feet.
Right.
But he just needs to get relaxed in there.
Get into a rhythm.
E.J. Love going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss by Cole Long. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 14.
Loss on the play is going to bring up 3rd down and about 14 yards for the Raiders from the 19-yard line.
Cole Long on the tackle for loss. 3rd and long for the Raiders from their own 19. 5:49 on the clock, trailing 7-0. Feaster in the pistol. Reese and Marshall to the far side. And his receiver is nowhere to be found.
Feaster's pass incomplete.
And it's going to bring up a 4th down. A quick 3 and out for the Raiders once again, Bob.
Ian Mooney going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, a little miscommunication between him and the wide receiver.
Taylor Gardner on the field to punt for the Raiders. Number 17 for the Knights back to receive, Andrew Kelly.
Doesn't give the defense much of a rest, Bill.
Not at all. Those 3 and outs. And the defense was on the field quite a bit last week against Niceville. An early trend is reflecting that Taylor Gardner with the punt. It's going to go on out of bounds about the midfield stripe, and it's going to be great field position for the Creekside Knights as they're going to spot the ball at the 47, a 28-yard punt.
Kyle and Jackie Ramsey, Step 1 Automotive, Emerald Coast Lawns, University Lending, ATA Home Inspections, Navarre Lumber, Move It Storage.
So 2 possessions, 2 punts for the Raiders. And Creekside with great field position at the Raider 47.
Circles Therapy, Gulf Coast Girl Lawn Care, 98 Signs and Designs, Alan Miller from State Farm, Winn-Dixie, and Navarre Adaptive Ready Rent. Thank you to our silver level sponsor.
First and 10 Knights at the Raider 47, 5:26 on the clock, 7-0. It's going to be a quick hitter to the far side. How he caught that ball, I don't know, but he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1 on the tackle out there by Connor Black. It's going to be a gain of 1 to McMillan.
Short gain or no gain on the
Yeah.
brings up second down and 10.
Linebacker almost had his hand in it.
Called a gain of 1, second down and 9.
And then it was thrown high.
The 46-yard line. Call it 47.
Second and 9 for the Knights at the Raider 46, 4:50 on the clock. Edwards back to pass. He's got a receiver across the middle, wide open. He's found that gap twice now, and it's going to be a gain down to about the 12-yard line. A gain of 34 to McMillan, and Creekside knocking on the door once again. Tearing up the middle of that field, the Raider defense. Raiders look a little confused here early on, Bob. And Edwards is going to, but I think there's a flag on the far side. He does get in the end zone, but I think there's a flag about the 3-yard line.
Be legal procedure. Yep.
Illegal block in the back against Creekside.
Oh, I'll take that.
So Edwards did find the end zone, but it's all for naught on the first penalty of the night for Creekside. That's going to back him out to the 14-yard line. 10 yards from
First down about 13 yards for Creekside.
where the foul was committed. First and 12 from the 14. Hand off to Williams. He's met right at the line of scrimmage by that unmovable force known as the front line of Navarre. Isaac Cole. Keona Moso.
Dom Cunningham on the tackle for the Raiders.
It's going to be a gain of 2 for Williams, and it's going to bring up second and 12.
14. Ball at the 14.
Edwards out of the pistol, back to pass, he rolls out. He's got a receiver wide open in the end zone, but out of bounds. It'll bring up third and long. He did catch it, but he was nowhere near being inbounds, and that's going to bring up third and long, third and 12.
Ashton Reynolds, Raider fans, time to make some noise.
See if the Raiders defense can get off the field here and hold them to a field goal attempt. Third and 12 for the Knights at the Raider 14. 3:38 on the clock. Edwards. That is not Edwards. That is actually Shane Aschenfelder, the backup quarterback in there. He's feeling pressure. He's going to roll out to the far side. He's not going to get anywhere near the line of scrimmage. He's for a big hit by Dante Core. And it's going to be a gain down to about the 13, a gain of 1.
That hurt from way up here, Bill.
That hurt me, too.
Attempting a field goal or extra point. Thank you.
Darren Jotty with the field goal attempt. This is his 16th attempt on the season. He's 12 of 15. 81 points on the season for the senior kicker. That kick is up. And it's a smooth-looking ball, and it's through. 10-0 Creekside.
That's number 84.
That's a 30-yard field goal for Darajati
Puts the Creekside Knights up 10-0.
at the 2:58 mark. It's 10-0.
Sponsors for 2022, AMR Gunners,
Creekside on top.
Environmental Services, Reliable Land Title, Mosquito Joe, The Point Restaurant,
Madison County leading Fort White 36-0, Bill.
Bill Johnson, Goosehead Insurance,
Florida High,
and Lawn Installation.
these may be finals. Florida High 49, South Walton 21.
Trident Home Loans.
Nope, excuse me. Florida High game is at halftime.
Wow.
Madison County game is the third quarter. Halftime, Columbia 23, Lincoln 0, and Swanee 30, Walton 6 in the second quarter.
10-0 Creekside here with 2:58 to go in the first quarter. You always wonder how teams coming from the Eastern time zone come over and adapt to the Central, but Creekside not having much issue tonight. Marshall with the return. He's going to get out over the 30 to the 33, a return of about 6 yards for Marshall.
Where the Raiders will take over 1st and 10.
Raiders will have 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line, it looks like. The Raiders need to put a drive together here, Bob.
Yeah, Raiders need to do something here. Get a sustained drive, give the defense a break.
It's going to be handoff to Love off right tackle. He pushes forward. Nice surge by the Raider Big Bubba's out to the 42. Actually spotted at the 41. A 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Bill, are you surprised we haven't seen any of the other running backs in the game?
Now, early on, it's been E.J. Love, a heavy dose of E.J. Love. Heavy dose of love. 2nd and 4 for the Raiders. And kind of a miscommunication on the handoff, and Love's going to lose 2 yards back to the 39. So that's going to set up the Raiders with a 3rd and 6, 3rd and a long 6 here from their own 39.
Spirit level sponsors for Cheer, Agricultural Gutter Systems.
They're going to move Reese and Marshall over here to the near side.
3rd down and 6.
Brown in as the H-back. Feaster's going to roll out. And it's going to be incomplete on trying to find Marshall. The Raiders are 3 and out once again.
Terrence Marshall incomplete. Going to be on 4th down for the Raiders. The Raider level sponsors for Cheer, Navarre Plumbing and Gas, Okaloosa Gas District, Full Circle Therapy.
Sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the game and those who play it. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, play fair. The message provided by this station and the FHSAA. Gardner back to punt for the 3rd time. This is a high punt. And it's going to be fair caught at the 39, actually right at the 30-yard line.
The Creekside Knights will set up 1st and 10.
A 31-yard punt for Marshall. Actually, that was Gardner.
Gardner. Wonder why Marshall is not punting.
A little banged up.
Okay.
Maria Sanchez checking in from Troy, New York. Ruth Wilson checking in, says, let's go Raiders. 1st and 10 Knights from their 30. And Williams with a 1st down carry, and it looks like he's got 11 and another Creekside 1st down.
Williams on the carry. 1st down Creekside. Ball out at the 40-yard line. Chase Marsh on the tackle for the Raiders.
Chase Marsh on the tackle. 1st and 10 Creekside from their 41. We got movement here. Right wide receiver near side. That'll back him up 5.
Ball start on the offense. 5-yard penalty will remain 1st down.
1st and 15 for the Knights from their 36. Up 10-0 here with 1:24 and counting here in the 1st. Trips to the far side, single to the near side. Williams in the backfield behind Edwards. Actually, that is not Edwards. That is Aschenfelder still in there. Williams going to get 4 yards back. Will bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, they do alternate quarterbacks at times.
2nd and 11 for the Knights from their 40. Aschenfelder in there right now. Trips to the near side, single to the top. Williams, your lone back in the backfield. 2nd and 11, Creekside. Aschenfelder back to pass. He's going to feel pressure. He's going to take off and run. He's got a receiver in Raider territory down to the 46. And that's enough for a Creekside first down, a gain of 14 to number 14, Eris Toffer.
In Raider territory at about the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Creekside.
He's got a receiver down the far side, going to get pushed out of bounds, but it's not before he gets out at the Raider 27. And it's going to be a gain of 18 to McMillan and another Creekside first down.
One of the defenders for Navarre almost had the pick, Bill.
Right now it didn't matter. 2 for 2 for Aschenfelder. The handoff to Williams. He's going to get through the initial surge of the Raider front.
Brought down by number 55, Keone Moso.
Looked like Joshua Wilson in there on the tackle. It's going to be a gain of 3 for Williams. 2nd and 7, Creekside.
Winding down in the quarter, Bill.
That should be the last play of the first quarter. At the end of one, Creekside 10, Navarre nothing here as we end the first quarter.
Run by the Navarre Raider marching band. Best food you'll find anywhere around here.
Well, the Raider defense needs something, and they almost had it right there with a near pick, but they still got a 17-yard pickup on the first down for Creekside to move the chains. And a little discombobulation going on in the Raider defense right now.
Showing some things the Knights are that perhaps that Raiders have not seen. Raiders trying to disguise coverages and the like. Just not working. They're being picked apart at times.
An update here at the half. Flagler 14, Bartram Trail 13.
Ooh.
The 8 seed and the 1 seed. The 8 seed with the lead right now. Thanks, Tim, for that score update. We're 10-0 here. Creekside over Navarre. Creekside actually pace over Buchholz right now, 21-20.
Pace has come back.
A lot of scoring going on. Crestview 14, Niceville 7.
Whoa.
And we said watch that Crestview game.
Yeah, I did.
Wednesday night, we talked about that.
That's more points than they scored the last time they played them.
Anissa Rosario checking in from Connecticut. Thank you.
Wow.
We're going to have 2nd and a long 6 for Creekside at the Raider 24-yard line.
The Creekside going to the 24-yard line.
Sean Aschenfelder in at quarterback right now for the Knights. He's going to feel pressure. He's going to roll out to his left. He's got a receiver across, and it's going to be off the tipped hands of Trey Bragg. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Was intended for number 3, Ashton Reynolds. Broke up by number 22, Trey Bragg. Let's hear it, Raider fans. It's 3rd.
I don't know what his range is as far as his field goals. I don't know what his longest is.
Well, Flagler had to forfeit their first 4 games for using an ineligible player, so that's a dangerous 8th seed.
3rd down and 6. Aschenfelder's getting pressure. He's going to roll out. And nobody over here on the near side. He's going to get enough for the first down, but he's going to pay for it on the hit by Joshua Wilson, but he gets the first down at the Raider 11. A gain of 14 for Aschenfelder and a Creekside first down.
Pushed out of bounds by number 16, Josh Wilson. 1st and 10, Creekside at the 11-yard line.
First down, Creekside. Aschenfelder's going to roll out, cut back inside, take a big hit at the 4-yard line, and get down to the 3. A gain of 8, and a 2nd and about 2 coming up for Creekside at the Raider 4.
Gain of about 7 brings up second down and 3.
Creekside moving the ball rather.
A little screen out in the.
That's going to be. It should be about a half yard short of the first down. Will bring up third and about a half a yard.
Number 2, Connor Black.
Just to RPO.
It's third down.
A gain of 2, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 1. And into the end zone for Creekside.
Ashenfelder, quarterback Keith, touchdown.
By Ashenfelder on the keeper, 16-0, Creekside.
Makes the score 16-0.
On the 2-yard keeper by Sean Ashenfelder. Some new names I'm having to learn here tonight, Bob. It was Creekside back on the board once again. This high-powered offense is running on all cylinders here.
Extra point is good.
Darren Jotty's extra point is good, 17-0.
22 FHSAA Class 4S Football Championship.
Creekside on top.
Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSAA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high schools, all committed to ensuring that Florida students, athletes, can compete fairly and equitably in an educational environment. The Florida High School Athletic Association building leaders through teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship.
Okay, just got clarification. Thank you for that. Actually, Ashenfelder has played the whole game so far, number 8. So thank you for that heads up. There, Jotty getting ready to put foot on leather. 17-0 Creekside here in the second quarter.
Jaden Reese back deep.
I love this YouTube chat. That ball is going to be about 2 yards deep, so the Raiders will start at their own 20 on the touchback by Dara Jetty.
Well, the Raiders need to mix it up here. They're becoming too predictable. They got some other talented people on the team that can run the ball.
SDS Knoll said, all right, Navarre, let's start with just the first down, get a drive going here and get back into this thing. I agree.
Well, we got our first down on the first drive, but that has been it.
First and 10 Raiders from their 20. It's going to be a handoff to Love. He's going to get to the outside, but we're going to have a holding in the backfield. First penalty of the night coming up against Navarre.
Penalty flag on the play. Holding.
Now we'll set the Raiders back up inside their own 10.
We'll back them up. They remain first down.
That's going to back them up to about the 9-yard line. So it'll be first and 21 from the Raider 9.
First and 20.
Marshall across the field to play, out to the 20, gets the yardage back from the hold, so a gain of 11 for Marshall on the completed pass. Bring up second and 10.
Second down and 10.
Just need to get in a rhythm. I mean, that's basically what Creekside has done. Quick throws, not giving the defense time much to react.
Second and 10 for the Raiders from the 20. 10 minutes on the clock here in the second quarter. 17-0 Creekside. Everything just looks a little forced here, Bob. Everything looks a little forced.
Going to bring up third down and 10.
Yeah,
for the Raiders.
Yeah, the slant was there.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Nate Hansen in, Ricky Riley out. Marshall, the lone receiver, to the far side. Reese joins Hansen over here on the near side. And he's going to come up about a yard short on the completed pass to Reese out to the 29. It's going to be a gain of 9, but it's going to bring up 4th and 1.
Good touch on that pass. Raiders may go for it here.
Trailing right now, it's at 17-0. I would keep the offense out there on the field. But here comes the punting team. Navarre with their 4th punt of the game.
Taylor Gardner, also number 17, back deep for the Knights, number 17, Andrew Kelly.
Gardner with the end over end punt. It's going to come down at the 43 where Creekside will start.
Creekside will set up 1st and 10.
Well, you think, would it hurt to maybe bring the offense to the line to try to draw the defense offside? I mean, it's worth a shot.
Raider Quarterback Club merchandise tent located by the concession stand.
That's why I'm a amateur announcer and Jay is a professional coach.
There was a hold on the punt, so that will move them back 10 yards. The third penalty of the night against Creekside.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
The only thing that hasn't been going their way thus far. First and 10 for Creekside. Handoff to Williams. He breaks one tackle, and he's going to get a first down on a 12-yard gain out to the 39 before he's brought down.
Nice run up the middle, 1st down, Creekside.
By Andre Spence.
45-yard line. Andre Spence on the tackle for the Raiders.
Yeah, with the lead. I don't see Creekside even having to throw the ball, Bill.
Ashenfelder back to pass. And again, just giving too much cushion out there in the middle of the field.
Number 3, Ashton Reynolds. Another 1st down at Creekside.
No rush whatsoever. No pressure.
Inside Raider territory at the 35-yard line.
Bubble screen.
The line of scrimmage.
Pass complete on the far side to number 3, Ashton Reynolds. Landon Metzer on the stop for the Raiders. Bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 for the Knights at the Raider 35.
2nd down and 10.
Ashenfelder takes a big hit.
Ashenfelder taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
On the Landon Mensler with the big hit on the sack. Ashenfelder kind of got his bell rung there a little bit. It's going to be 3rd and 14.
What down is it? It's 3rd down.
They're going to hit a little. Dwayne Clark with the tackle back to the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 4 to Ricky Williams on the screen pass. It's going to bring up 4th and 10.
It's going to bring up 4th down and 10.
They're leaving the offense on the field.
From the Knights, from the Raiders, 35-yard line.
Why not?
The long field goal for Darren Jotty is 44 yards. So this is a little out of his range. This would be a 52-yard field goal attempt if they were to get the kick. We're going to have timeout Creekside.
Yeah, they just didn't look like they knew what they were wanting to do there.
As halftime approaches, time to think about that concession stand before the lines get too long. The Navarre Raider marching band go support them. They do a great job over there. Go get the
Creekside out in front, 17-0 here with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Cold drinks.
Tonight's game in the 2022 FHSA Class 4S Football Championships is sponsored by the Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high schools, all committed to ensuring that Florida student athletes can compete fairly and equitably in an educational environment. The Florida High School Athletic Association, building leaders through teamwork. 4th and 10 for the Knights at the Raider 35.
It's 4th down and 10. Let's hear it, Navarre.
The sophomore Aschenfelder has played the whole game here for Creekside. Fourth and 10 for Creekside. Rydell goes in motion from left to right. Aschenfelder going to roll out, and he's got a receiver across the field, but it's going to be incomplete. The Raiders will take over on downs.
Wow.
He had a receiver across the middle. That's pretty much been open all evening across the middle of the field, but it was just outside of his range to catch that ball, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Navarre.
Well, victory for the defense there, Bill.
Indeed.
I've just been reminded by the FHSAA and the officials, no artificial noisemakers to be allowed. Please refrain from the use of air horns. No artificial noisemakers per the officials.
Trips to the far side, single to the near side. 1st and 10 Navarre from their 35. It's going to be a reverse to Jaden Reese. And he's going to have a first down, still on his feet, out to midfield. Breaks a couple of tackles and gets down to the Creekside 46-yard line. A gain of 19 for Reese on the reverse. Good play call there for the Raiders.
Agree. I love it. I agree.
It looked like they were doing a sweep to the left, and Reed came back the other way for a 19-yard gain. Actually, they're going to give him 20. Ball spotted right at the 35. Actually, at the 45. 1st and 10 Raiders at the Creekside 45. There we go. He goes, if the back judge is not going to throw it, the white hat end up throwing it. Holding against Creekside. Not pass interference, but holding.
You got 7 officials.
Defensive holding is the call.
Who threw it? The white hat?
The white hat threw it.
Holy cow.
So that's going to move the ball inside the 40, all the way down to the 35. First down.
Ball at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 Raiders at the Creekside 35. 6:35 on the clock. Twins to the far side, single to the near side. That's Nate Hansen. It's going to be a handoff to E.J. Love. He gets to the outside, and he's going to get still on his feet.
Whoa! There's a late hit.
Down to the 26, a gain of 9 for Love, and it'll bring up 2nd and 1.
Elias Pagan.
Pagan on the tackle for Creekside. 2nd and 1 for the Raiders after the 9-yard pickup by E.J. Love. Second and 1. Reese and Marshall split to the far side. Nate Hansen to the near side. E.J. Love in the backfield with Hunter Feaster. The blitz coming from the outside. The ball is fumbled on the ground. And Creekside's going to recover. Blindside hit. And Creekside's going to take over at their own 31.
Well, Feaster, it looked like he saw him. He was just hoping that the receiver's going to come open faster.
Football fans, the best games are yet to be played. make plans to attend the 2022 Florida High School Football State Championship games. The intense action takes place at
Let's get through these. The FHSA is now on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Tweet us, like us, and tag us on your social platforms by searching for FHSAA. Keep up with the teams and people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the best. Be a fan of it all by following us on social media at FHSAA.
website at FHSAA.com for more information.
Well, you had a 2nd and 1. At this rate, I would have just ran the ball to pick up the first down.
Trying to get too sexy. Bill, frustrating.
First and 10, Creekside at their own 30-yard line.
Creekside takes over on their own 30. First and 10. A handoff to Nicky Williams, I should say. And he's going to have enough for a first down as he breaks a couple of tackles, a gain of 12, and a Creekside first down.
Number 24, Chase Marsh.
Chase Marsh on the tackle.
Creekside Knights, ball at about the 42-yard line, first and 10.
Hand off to Nicky Williams. He's going to get out to the 47. Give him about 5 yards. He'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Tackle by number 55, Keone Moso. Going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Ashenfelder's pass complete on the near side to number 1, to Hampton Rydell. Goes out of bounds inside Raider territory at the 49-yard line. 3rd down.
Quarterback keeper.
Right up the middle, 24-0. 49-yard run by Ashenfelder, and Creekside 23-0.
Run of about 40 yards for Ashenfelder. Makes your score 23-0 Creekside. '84.
Darajati in for the extra point, trying to make it 24-0. Kick is up and good, and that's your score. 49-yard run by Ashenfelder, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the night. And it's been all nights so far. This one at the 5:29 mark. I'm kind of at a loss for words, Bob. I know that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah,
Maria Sanchez checking in. Grandma cheering on Eli Pagan.
Creekside's a very good team, Bill.
That they are.
Jaden Reeves back deep for the Raiders. Receive the kick from 84, Ronald Darajati.
Darajati with the kick from the left hash mark. It's been all Creekside so far, 24-0. 10 in the first, 14 here in the second. It's going to be a short kick. Fair catch at the 32.
Kick recovered at about the 32-yard line.
Well, they're taking away one of the big weapons for Navarre.
So the Raiders take over.
Kick return. 4th quarter, Columbia leading Lincoln 23-0. 3rd quarter, Swanee all over Walton 30-9. 3rd quarter, Florida High 63, South Walton 31.
Ouch.
Pace and Buchholz tied at 27 in the 3rd quarter.
Trips on their side, single to the top. The handoff to Love up the middle. And usually when he gets to the outside, he's going to be gone. But he's going to get caught. But it's going to be a nice gain down inside. And then we're going to have a face mask on top of it. It's going to be a gain down to the 10. A gain of 55 for E.J. Love. And a Raider first down.
Flag on the play.
There's a face mask penalty at the end of the play.
Great hole opened up by the Big Bubbas.
And that's going to push it down to the 5. So it'll be first and goal Navarre at the Creekside 5 with 5:18 to go here in the second. Love with the big gain of 55 yards. Right off right tackle. Behind Vester and Jackson Spalla.
Navarre needs to hurry up here.
8 on the play clock. Andre Spence in now at running back. It's going to be his first carry of the season. And he is going to get down near the goal line. He's sniffing the goal line, but he's going to come up about 1.5 yards short. A gain of 3 for Spence on his first carry of the season.
Yeah, he was, penciled in at number 2 running back?
Second down and goal for the Raiders.
Before the injury to...
Love back in here. I think they're going to be running the Wildcat now, Bob. The Wildcat formation for Navarre with E.J. Love. It's going to be handoff and the keeper by Love, and he's going to go in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders finally on the board. Love from 2 yards out. At the 4:21 mark, a 3-play drive, 65 yards. Finished off by E.J. Love. His 12th touchdown on the season. Gardner in for the extra point. Kick is good. Actually, I called it good before it was good, but it went through the uprights. 24-7.
That makes the score. Creekside Eagles, Creekside Knights.
2-yard run by E.J. Love out of the Wildcat. Taylor Gardner's kick is good. 24-7. Creekside on top. So we saw a little life there.
Yep, Big Bubbas opened up that big hole, and E.J. didn't need a crack. That's the speed that he showed at the beginning of the year.
All right, guys, I don't mind you carrying the conversations in the chat room, but please keep it clean, or I will have to remove you from the chat. So,
most definitely.
So please keep your
Comments.
chats clean.
Yeah. Crestview still leading. Oh, at the half, 14-7.
Well, they led into the fourth quarter last game against Niceville, before Niceville came back and won 13-9.
Bruce Alves to receive the kick.
Taylor Gardner going to be kicking off from the right hash mark from the 40.
Do you do anything sexy here, Bill?
I just say kick it deep.
Onside
Make them go the whole field. Gardner getting ready to put toe on leather. He boots it away. It's going to come down at the 6-yard line. Nice special teams tackle back there.
On the carry, hit hard.
Jonathan Brogan back there, as well as Jacob Weaver.
That was the family that I met in the concession stand, the Brogans. They thought I was you. And I said, no, you got to have a program to understand the numbers. You're 99, I'm 75.
Initial hit by Weaver. Brogan brought him down. 1st and 10, Creekside from their 16. It's going to be a keeper.
Whoa.
A quick hitter to the far side, to the near side line, to McMillan, out to the 22-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 5 to McMillan. 2nd and 5, Creekside.
We have been so close on those short passes to batting it or intercepting it. Blitzing.
And he overthrows him, so we'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Pass. Incomplete.
Down the far sideline.
Number 14.
Well,
Heroes Topper.
Topper was the intended receiver, but it was about 3 yards over his head.
He could call his own number. We know he can run.
3rd and 5 for the Knights. From their own 21. 24-7 Knights on top. And he found a little soft spot in the secondary
man.
for the first down catch out to the 32.
Number 3, Ashton Reynolds.
11-yard gain to Reynolds and a Creekside first down.
I don't mind the first down. It was, you make them work for it. That time they had to work for that first down. Oh, no.
And there goes Ricky Williams on a big run, and they may not catch him.
Mickey Williams.
Mickey Williams.
Nicky Williams.
Creekside touchdown.
You're thinking of the Texas running back.
66-yard run for Williams.
Wow. Yeah, the Creekside coaches are happy up here.
Yeah, they are.
They got quite an offense. I mean, a sophomore quarterback who can throw the ball on a dime.
Darren Jotty will not miss any extra points as well. And it's 30-7 Creekside.
That makes your score Creekside 31, Raiders 7.
Well,
watch that.
They got to be up here too, Bill. So.
So 31-7. I knew this offense was explosive, but we're seeing it up close and personal, Bob.
Yeah. I mean, you've got a quarterback who run for a long touchdown. Running backs.
And 386 yards of offense in the first half.
Wow. Yeah, I knew it could be a shootout, but we can't make it easy. We've got to make them work for it.
This team at Creekside has scored over 60 twice on the season and over 40 another 3 times. So this team can put up some points, averaging 40.6 per game.
Yep.
They're well on their way to that tonight. Darren Jotty with the kickoff. It's going to be Jaden Reese from the 8-yard line. Nice return for Reese over the 20 out to the 27.
30-yard line, 28-yard line.
Little scrapping going on. It's going to be a return of 21 for Reese. The Raiders will have 1st and 10 from their 28. Trailing 31-7. 3:29 on the clock here in the third. And we're going to have a procedure call against the defense. To be 1st and 5.
Remains first down.
Does the Pace Buchholz game score surprise you, Bill?
What's the score?
It's tied 27 in the third quarter.
Pace's offense has been running on all cylinders. That doesn't surprise me. It's their defense that's playing just well enough tonight. 1st and 5 for the Raiders from their 33. Feaster back to pass. And a nice catch there, Jaden Reese on the slant pattern over the middle down to the 42. Gain of 23 to Reese.
That time, Feaster took a 5-step drop.
Inside Creekside territory. at about the
Rifled it in there. First down, Raiders.
10.
First and 10 Raiders at the Creekside 42.
They have all 3 timeouts left.
Clock down to 3:04 and running and moving here in the second quarter. 31-7 Creekside on top. Feaster back to pass. No pressure. He's got plenty of time. He's got a receiver wide open. And it's going to be a Raider touchdown to Terrence Marshall from 42 yards out. And the Raiders back on the board.
Well, we cannot match them touchdown for touchdown.
Not at this point.
On to attempt the extra point, number 17.
Taylor Gardner for the extra
beautiful
point.
Throw, Bill. And Terrence got some space there, didn't he?
Kick is up and no good.
Extra point is no good. That makes your score.
Can't give away.
31, Raiders 13.
Can't give away points here, Bob.
Again, check out that concession stand before halftime. Navarre Raider Marching Band. Go support the band. They do a great job. And they make great food over there. So check out the concession stand before the lines get too loud.
That Creekside doesn't, they give up 30 points a game, but they're scoring 40. So they would rather not give up the big play, but.
Yeah, Navarre's just been shooting themselves in the foot, just not
Back deep to receive the
executing, I think's the word.
Andrew Kelly, number 16.
Although the way I played football, Coach wanted to execute me.
Yeah, I played left out on the team.
Yeah.
To use one of your lines.
Got
Gardner.
a lot of slivers in my hiney.
From the right hash mark, Gardner getting ready to put toe on leather. It's a line drive kick. It's going to be fielded at the 14-yard line. And
good return.
It's going to be a big return.
Number 17.
Taylor Gardner makes the tackle, but you don't really want your kicker making the tackle because that usually means it's down in great field position down to the Raider 22-yard line.
I think Brady made a tackle, didn't he, at Soldier Field?
He did. Unfortunately, he occurred his first concussion at Soldier Field as well.
Did he really?
On the same play.
Against Creekside.
66-yard return
Ball inside the 15-yard line.
by Andrew Kelly.
You've got to stay in your lanes, even though the returner bobbled it. That can take your mind off things. Navarre calls timeout.
Timeout. Navarre Raiders. Shout out to the concession stand and the Navarre Raider band for feeding the folks up here in the press box, sending us food. Thank you for sending us some of the finest food over there. Thank you.
They got to remember us, Bill, up here. They bring the press box food.
Yeah, they got to. I want to send something out there on the chat line. Guys, the chat line is used to converse and talk about what's going on in the game. When it starts to get ugly, either one, excuse yourself or just change the mood, please. First and 10, Creekside at the Raider 22-35 on the clock. 31-13, Creekside on top. Ball on the ground.
Navarre's got it.
I'm not sure yet. They haven't pointed. The ball was on the ground on the exchange. Raider football.
First turnover for Creekside.
Leone Moso on the recovery for the Raiders.
Chris Patterson, you can exit the scene, please. This is my broadcast, and I will not be told to quit talking because this is my broadcast. So if you do not like listening to me, you can please exit the broadcast. Thank you. 1st and 10 Raiders from their 25. And I'm going to go back to calling the game, Bob. I shouldn't be paying attention to what's going on there. Feaster back to pass. And there's going to be a pass interference penalty on Creekside, as he had Marshall had it one step on him.
Yeah, their secondary, Bill, looks like it can be exploited.
Center for number 1, Terrence Marshall.
But when you're down by 18.
It's going to be a first down for the Raiders on the pass interference penalty. The 6th penalty of the night for Creekside.
That's one penalty that I think in high school needs to be changed. It needs to be a spot foul because, again, as I've said over and over again, that gives the advantage to the defense for interfering.
31-13, Creekside out on top. Navarre recovers the fumble and a pass interference on first down. 1st and 10 Raiders from their 40. 2:11 on the clock here in the second quarter.
Raiders have 2
Johnny Robinson
left.
checking in. Crazy Legs Robinson checking in.
Crazy Legs.
Feaster back to pass. He's got E.J. Love out of the backfield. It's going to be a gain of 3. Actually, a gain of 2 out to the 42. Love's first catch of the night for 2 yards.
Short game brings up 2nd down and 7. Called 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 for the Raiders. .205 on the clock. Stops on the out-of-bounds play. Marshall and Reese to the far side. Ryan Babis to the near side. Feaster back to pass.
He's got him there.
And he's got Reese. And Reese is good. Oh, if he stays on the feet, it's a touchdown, but it's going to be a first down to Creekside's 16. Actually down to the, see where they spot the ball. Down to the 18-yard line. 40-yard pass play to Reese. First and 10 Raiders.
10 Raiders from the Creekside 18-yard line.
Creekside will get the ball to start the second half.
5 on the play clock here.
1st and 10. Raiders at the Creekside 18. It's going to be Reese on the quick hitter to the near side.
Close to
and he's
the
going
first
to be out of
down
bounds
marker.
down to the 10. A gain of 8 to Reese and a 2nd and 2 coming up for Navarre.
Gain of about 8 yards brings up 2nd down and 2. Ball at about the 10-yard line.
Clock down to 1:30. Stopped as Reese went out of bounds. 2nd and 2 Raiders at the Creekside 10. Trailing 31-13 here in the second quarter. Feaster rolling out. They send a blitz. And it's over the outstretched arms of E.J. Love. Incomplete. Bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, I think he hurried that pass, Bill.
Incomplete.
Monique Collins checking in. Thanks, Monique, for checking in tonight. Cheering on your Knights. Cindy Corson checking in. Said, let's go Knights. Maria Sanchez, Creekside fan. Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's broadcast on Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube and irishbillsports.com. Everett Alford checking in as well. Coach Greenhaw, thanks, guys.
Our free delivery of
That's
Navarre and Creekside.
E.J. Love in the Wildcat. He's going to get to the outside and go in from 10 yards out to cut the lead to 31-19. A 10-yard run by E.J. Love. at the 118 mark.
Raiders will go for 2 here, Bill.
10-yard run by Love. His second touchdown of the night.
Well, just when you thought the Raiders were in a situation that they may lay down, they don't quit, because that's why it's greater to be a Raider.
Taylor Gardner.
They're going for 1.
32, Tyler Daniel on the kick.
Backup kicker in. Daniel's kick is up, and it goes over the crossbar barely for his second point of the season.
It'll look the same in the scorebook.
31-20.
Tyler Daniel on the extra point.
Daniel on the extra point. Raiders cut it to 11.
Was it in Hogan's Heroes or Get Smart? They would say, very interesting.
Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes.
So we've had 41 points here in the second quarter.
I don't know what the over was on the game, but
back deep for Creekside, number 17, Andrew.
31-20.
Number 16, Bruno.
Taylor Gardner is going to be attempting the kickoff here from the 40.
Taylor Gardner on the kick for the Raiders.
Reese with a nice drive right there. He's got 5 catches for 90 yards. Excellent second quarter for Hunter Feaster in the Raider offense. It's going to be a directional kick. He's going to step out of bounds. As one of the Creekside players go over his own player, hopefully he's okay.
yeah.
He steps out of bounds on the catch at the 28.
Number 6, Caden.
So we'll see what, is it Coach McIntosh, the head coach?
McIntyre.
McIntyre.
Correct.
We'll see what philosophy he takes. Do you try to get in position to score here before the end of the half? Because you're going to...
I say if you got a smoke, slide them up if you got them. First and 10. Ashenfelder back to pass. He's feeling pressure. He's going to get the pass open right across the middle, and he's going to try to get out of bounds. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 50. It's going to be a gain of 22.
Looked like a little bit of holding going on with that left tackle. When you can see the jersey of the defender lifted in the air, something's up.
Creekside at their own 49, first and 10. Ashenfelder back to pass. He's going to feel pressure. And he looked like he was almost out of bounds when he caught the ball, but it's going to be a gain down to the Raider 46-yard line, a gain of 5 to Riddell. Second and 5.
Good vision
for Creekside.
Good vision by the quarterback.
I like this young man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He doesn't panic, doesn't seem like, Bill.
Second and 5 for the Knights at the Raider 46, 59 seconds on the clock. And he hits those quick. He looks crisp on his passes, and he finds Riddell once again down to the Raider 36, a gain of 11 and another first down.
First down for Creekside.
Clock will start.
6-yard line, first and 10.
They have 2 timeouts left.
First and 10 at the Raider 36, 44 seconds on the clock.
Setting the blitz.
And he's going to take off and run, and he shows that he can run. But he's going to get a first down on the gain down to the 21. It's going to be a gain of 15 and another Knights first down.
Good enough for a Creekside Knight first down.
16 first downs in the first half for Creekside.
Good job by the secondary.
33 seconds left in the half.
33.6 left on the clock. 31-20. Creekside on top.
Navarre needs to keep them out of the end zone here.
Ashenfelder is going to take off and run. He's got a wide receiver wide open, but he overthrows him, and he wishes he had that one back to try again.
Incomplete.
Threw it just out of the outstretched hands of.
Now I know what it feels like to do a Pac-12 game.
What is it? Basketball on
grass basketball.
We had a hidden flag here. Yeah, definitely want to back him up.
Was that holding?
Yes.
All the way back to the 31.
First and 20.
So take that incompleted pass off the board on the. It's going to be a pass across the middle down to the 23. Almost gets the yardage back.
Timeout.
Down to the 23.
Offense.
Josh Wilson on the stop for the Raiders.
It's going to be a gain of 8 to Reynolds, and it'll bring up 2nd and 12. Timeout Creekside.
It's approaching 9 o'clock Central Time, and we're still in the first half.
That's a gain of 8 to Reynolds. Met his dad earlier before the game.
Was Reynolds wrapped up?
Reynolds wrapped up. That's good there, Bob. Nice pun. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Right now, in the first half, Eschenfelder is 19 of 24 for 234 yards and a touchdown. And he also has 2 rushing.
Very impressive.
2nd and 12 for the Knights at the Raider 23. 19 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter. Eschenfelder's going to feel pressure. He's going to throw it away.
Eschenfelder throws the ball away.
And that will bring up 3rd and 12.
Good pressure by Navarre.
Raider defense.
Delayed blitz.
Number 25, Andre Spence in pursuit. It's 3rd down.
Well,
you know, these one and done games, Bill.
Flagler was up 14-13. It's now 50-14. Bartram Trail.
Oh, there you go.
3rd and 12 for the Knights at the Raider 23. 12.2 seconds on the clock. Still here in the first half. Eschenfelder back to pass. And his intended receiver is going to fall incomplete. And they'll bring up 4th down.
Decision time. Looks like they're bringing the field goal unit in.
Why not? He's 13 of 16 on the season. He's doing better than your Florida State kicker.
On to attempt a field goal is Ronald.
All right.
Fitzgerald?
All right, Mr.
Fitzpatrick or what?
There's Fitzgerald, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right,
Mr. Didn't the Fitzgerald sink a long time ago?
He did.
A 40-yarder for Darren Jetty. And it looks like it's good. It is good, and that will be the last play of the first half. 40-yard field goal, 14 of 17 by this young man on the season. And we go to the half, 34-20 Creekside, and we're going to take a well-deserved commercial break.
Craig Culver of Culver's.
Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
Thinking about selling your property? Call Ursula Householder of Coldwell Banker Realty in Navarre now. The consultation is free, and Ursula uses the best tools the industry has to offer. Her years as a top producer, relocation specialist, and Florida military market specialist will help you get the desired result. If you are buying, Ursula's experience will help you make an informed decision to find the right home for you. And if you mention this advertisement, Ursula will donate $100 to the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club when the deal closes. To find out if you qualify for any of the military rewards, call or text 850-642-5711 or email ursula.householder@cbrealty.com or go to urhouseholderhomes.com. That's urhouseholderhomes.com. Go Raiders!
A strong work ethic. Takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. If buying, selling, or building a dream home is in your future, you need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes and Stacy Wright are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or selling experience smooth. See University at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call 850-396-0322.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raiders Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track, whether it's seeing to it that they're properly fed, have good transportation, or making sure that all Raider fans can watch and hear all exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com. If you want to move better, feel better, and live better pain-free, Dr. Paul Britt at Integrative Chiropractic Solutions is the only certified sports chiropractor for Gulf Breeze and Navarre. He can address your sports injuries quickly and effectively, and after only 4 visits on average, with a 96% resolution rate. So give Integrative Chiropractic Solutions a call today at 850-916-9304 or book online at drpaulbritt.com. That's 850-916-9304 or online at drpaulbritt.com. They want to fix you swiftly to get you back in the game.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness and gracious, great balls of fire. I like that double ball, I thought it was funny. You came along and moved me, honey. I changed my mind. This love is fine. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Kiss me, baby. Ooh, it feels good. Hold me, baby. I want to love you like I love you.
Welcome back to Bennett C. Russell Stadium. This is Irish Bill with Seminole Bob, doing great work on the camera, I should say so tonight, Bob.
Really?
Yeah, you are.
I appreciate that.
I haven't had any complaints yet, so that means you're doing good.
Have you been paying attention to the screen?
You've heard me. I've been paying attention to the screen.
Well, you're welcome. I enjoy that. Being on my feet, I don't enjoy, but anyway. Yeah, what a first half. It just
54 points in the first half, 41 in the second quarter. Actually, 44 in the second quarter with that last second field goal. Darren Jotty, what a kicker. 14. You know, I'm kind of partial to kickers. You know that?
A little bit. You know, some teams hadn't even scored that many points all season.
Yeah, but this Creekside team is averaging 40.6 points a game. Navarre averaging just a little over 30 themselves. But Creekside will get the ball to start the second half. The Raiders' defense needs to step up here to start the second half to get their team back and get the ball back to a very hot hand of Hunter Feaster.
Yeah, when they went to a true shotgun instead of the pistol and he was able to take a deeper drop, he was being more successful in his throws. So
we'll get some nice comments from. See, this is what I like. I like the interchanging of comments back and forth, and it doesn't have to be ugly. I mean, these are high school kids, remember, and we got a broadcast to do here, but I appreciate your comments. From Dave Roddenberry, thanks for checking in. Bill Edwards, thank you. Creekside family that couldn't travel, thank you for what you do. You are welcome, and that's why we do it.
Yep.
And FHSA, that's why we do it, for families that cannot be at the games. It's not about keeping butts out of the seats doing our videos. It's about a service and taking care of the families that are not able to come to the games.
Oh, most certainly. You've got family members who are at home because of surgeries and
like this is a 5.5 hour drive
Right.
for Creekside to come over
Right.
here from St. John's.
right.
I mean,
I have to take off from work and then
and believe me, I've done 2 playoff games over in St. Augustine, driving to 5.5, 6 hours over to St. Augustine, doing a game, and then coming right back after the game. It's not a whole lot of fun.
no.
But
Not when you don't have me in the car, of course.
Oh, yeah, so we can sing our oldies
Karaoke.
songs. I hope you guys are enjoying my oldies. That's all I play here on Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube and irishbillsports.com. I love going back to the
started-
oldies because we are oldies.
We are oldies. It started with Bill liking being on the roof for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
One, because of the hotter weather early. Now, of course, now they have air conditioning down in the press box now, Bill.
Really? They got the air conditioning going?
It's right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like up here on the roof, though, as long as it's
Yeah.
not raining and we're not
And
having
so-
we're not having to hold umbrellas.
So after you hired me,
Yeah, it's been 4 years now, Bob.
after you hired me, I said, well, where am I going to meet you? You said, up on the roof. So a couple of our Wednesday shows in, I started singing Up on the Roof. So Bill goes, we got to play this. This is just too good. So we started playing Up on the Roof, and then
And every time an oldie song comes into our mind, we play it. And,
Yep.
but let's go over our halftime stats. They're tired of hearing us talk.
let's do it.
Let's go over our halftime stats. And I was wrong in the starter quarterback at the beginning of basically the first quarter. It was not Wilson Edwards. It was Sean Aschenfelder. And what a first half he's had. 19 of 26, 234 yards, a touchdown passing, and 2 rushing from 2 and 49 yards. And also the running of one Nicky Williams, 12 carries, 126 yards.
Woo.
And a score as well. 2 field goals from Darajati. And the receiving's led by 6 catches from Brendan McMillan for 72 yards, 6 catches for Ashton Reynolds for 69 yards, 4 catches for Hampton Redell for 40 yards, 2 catches for Eros Topher for 44 yards. 19 of 26, 234 yards, 1 touchdown for Sean Aschenfelder. Over for Navarre, got down early, 17-0, make that 24-0. But they outscored Creekside the rest of the way, 20-10, to cut the lead to 14. Led by Hunter Feaster's 8 of 13 for 145 yards and a score. His leading receiver with 5 catches is Jaden Reese. 2 catches for Terrence Marshall, and for 53 yards, 1 catch for E.J. Love out of the backfield for 2 yards. On the ground for the Raiders, 85 yards on 11 carries for E.J. Love. Actually, add 2 more to that. Actually, he scored on that 10-yard run.
Right.
So 85 yards on 11 carries for E.J. Love, 2 touchdowns on the night. 34-20 at the half. Anything about the first half that surprises you, or are we right on cue with what we thought?
Oh, I
going
think
in?
we're right on cue. I mean, Creekside's, man, their offense is a machine. And I'm telling you, comparing them to somebody like Niceville, they would be very successful against Niceville. However, I will say one thing. I would make a prediction for the second half that we'll see a lot more throwing the ball and challenging those defensive backs of Creekside. We may have seen a little bit of an Achilles heel. And if Hunter can get the big bubbas to give him protection and our receivers can get separation, this could be an explosive second half for Navarre.
You got any scores for us, Bub? I'm kind of having a hard time bringing up FloridaHighSchoolFootball.com on my computer.
Yes, Creekside 34, Navarre 20. Yeah. Is that good enough for you?
You funny guy.
You funny guy. All right, hang on.
Me love you long time.
Yeah, hang on. No,
Derek Percival checking in. Dusty Jones checking back in. Christine and Michael Cobb checking in. Steve Ladeau checking in. Ken and Wayne Keene, actually, Tim and Ken.
Father and son.
Father and son, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the Holy Spirit.
Keene. Wayne Keene and Tim Keene. They're both just pretty keen. But
You're not well.
Maria Sanchez checking in, rooting for Creekside tonight. And Elias Pagan. A final, Bartram 50 and Flagler 20. So
50 to 20.
Bartram moves on. They'll host a winner of this game next Friday night at Bartram Trail.
Yep.
50 to 20, a final there.
All right, I'm still looking.
Well, let's go off and play another one of our songs. We'll be right back. Your score at the half, Creekside 34, Navarre 20. It's Irish Bill with Seminole Bob on Irish Bill Sports Live. But, I got to read one of those things from the FHSA before we go to break. So let me pull it up here.
Be careful. I'll call Gainesville if you don't.
Oh, you would do that to your partner?
Nope. I didn't say where I was calling that game.
For the latest official news about Florida high school sports, including results of all rounds in the 2022 FHSAA Football Championships, visit FHSAA.org, the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.fhsaa.org. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage of Florida high school sports at www.nfhsnetwork.com. Brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSA. The state of acronyms.
The state of acronyms. Don't forget the GOP won the governorship of Florida
and
over the DEMs.
No, you can't. Don't go there, Bob. And you are viewing the 2022 FHSA Class 4S Football Region Quarterfinals on IrishBillSports.com and Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube. In the fourth quarter, Niceville up 21-20 over Crestview. They got a great game going on over there. The winner of that game will face the winner of Pace and Buchholz.
I see.
And if Niceville wins, they would host next week as the 2 seed.
Right.
Buchholz would have to come to Niceville next Friday night. But if Crestview comes back and wins and Buchholz wins, or if Pace wins,
right.
Not sure of the score. We got an update in the Pace game yet?
No, hang on. We got South Walton losing 63-14 to Florida High. Florida High could win all the way. Looks like Bradford beat Crescent City 48-0. Rickards Pine Forest leading Rickards third quarter 21-7. That sounds like a good ball game there, Bill. Pace leading Buchholz 34-27.
34-27. Pace the 6th seed. Buchholz the 3 seed. Pace on top. 34-27. I believe that's in the third quarter.
It is. Late third quarter. Sewanee all over Walton, 39-9. Land O'Lakes is losing. Winter Haven beat them 29-14.
Winter Haven over Land O'Lakes. That's an upset.
That is an upset. We had mostly home teams winning in the first bowls.
Well, the only good thing about that is all three of us picked those home teams.
Yeah, Buchholz all over Weewaw, 42-0 in the fourth quarter.
Wow. Madison County off 36-0 win over Fort White. Lakeland all over Lake Gibson, having another Lakeland-like season, 49-0. Lilly loses to Dunbar 21-7. Osceola over Deland 30-28 in a close one. Zephyr Hills over Gulf 56-27. Bishop Verot over Mulberry 42-0. Venice all over Riverdale. Yes, listen to this score, folks. 87-20. Venice over Riverdale. Think a running clock there, Bob?
Yeah.
How do you score 87 points with a running clock?
Very quickly.
I guess we saw that in the IMG Academy game last week when they were up on their Toronto Prep Academy last week, 96-0.
Escambia leading Middleburg 28-6 in the third quarter. I thought that was going to be a very close game, Bill. I just didn't know how.
We got a question on our live feed. Is it a rule in the playoffs that refs be from a neutral area? Well, I can tell you that tonight's referees are from the Pensacola Referees Association tonight. Normally, the Raiders will get the either Santa Rosa, the Emerald Coast out of Fort Walton Beach.
Actually, Miracle Strip.
Miracle Strip.
Well, they're assigned by the state, so you go where you're told. Baker over Bozeman 26-7.
That's got me through 33 years of marriage.
Yeah, really. To answer your question, they're supposed to be neutral, but they go where they're told. West Florida all over Bayville, 35-0 third quarter.
No surprise there.
Baker leading Bozeman 26-7 halftime.
Okay, we're about ready for second half action. We got 2 minutes here on the intermission clock. We have 34-20 Creekside on the top, and they will get the kickoff to start the second half. Could we see a possible onside kick to start the half?
If I was coach, is it McIntyre?
McIntyre.
I would probably have my hands unit up
Let's
there.
go over that. We got the coaching staff here for Creekside. Sean McIntyre, the head coach. Ricky Barnes, the offensive coordinator and tight end coach. Robert Spera, O-line coach. Justin Rollins, the running back coach. Shane Bowers, wide receivers. Chris Fears, safety. Chris Johnson, the outside linebackers. Josh Asako, inside linebacker coach. John Moore, quarterback coach. Rich Tillman, defensive line. Tim Place, cornerback coach. Micah Canterbury, the kicking coach. And Canterbury, you are doing one heck of a job with these kickers that you have.
How many coaches they got?
A handful.
Okay.
Managers: Alea Braggs, Christina Bryant, Ania Kuntz, Ashley Killow, Amaris Jackson, and Jack Paskett. Your film coordinator: Xander Wyand, Eva Gridley, Ayalaya Samuels, Patrick Kincaid, and Elena Casillas. Your non-dress players for Creekside tonight: Marcus Wash, Carson Calloway, Adam Esmond, Scott Rosenborough, Brody Michael Garwood, Jackson Romaglia, and Mickey Garino.
Crestview down 21-20 fourth quarter to Niceville. Cottondale.
Just a thought out there.
Bill or Joe picked this game. Cottondale beats Osceola Christian 54-40, Bill.
Osceola Christian goes down at home.
54-40 fight. Holy cow. Cottondale has come. It's, again, not how many games you win. I think they finished, 4-6 maybe? It's which. Osceola Christian. Man.
Navarre girls knock off Jacksonville Bulls earlier this evening, 1-0. A big win for the Raiders. They'll be hosting Bartram Trail tomorrow afternoon at the NYSA Soccer Complex. Big win for the Lady Raiders.
Anytime.
Betty Melendez checking in, says, let's go Raiders in Georgia to watch Elijah as they play shorter again. Phil Billy checking in, buddy. Go Raiders. Stacy Wright checking in. I'm watching from home. Thank you. Thank you, Stacy. Ken Allen, hope you and your family are doing great. Thanks for the dedicated military service. A good friend of mine, Ken Allen, up there in Waynesville, Georgia.
I would be remiss. My son-in-law, Corey Hossman, lieutenant commander serving in San Diego. Flies.
And the producer says she loves snow. She must have been from our earlier conversation with Joanne up in North Dakota.
I'm not sure the producer likes that much snow.
She does. She's from Madison, Wisconsin. She loves snow.
And my father, Bill, 32 years active service.
Crestview up, just went ahead of Niceville 26-21, pending extra point.
32 years in the Air Force. He prided himself as the world's greatest fighter pilot.
Number 16, Bruno Alves, along with number 17.
Taylor Gardner will be putting toe on leather from the right hash mark.
Taylor Gardner.
Thanks, Cindy Corson, checking back in. Glad that you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. Gardner looks over the sideline on which direction to go with the kickoff. 34-20, Creekside on top. 24 minutes to go here in this second half. Plenty of ball left here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. Gardner with the high end-over-end kick. It's going to go out of bounds, and that will give Creekside the ball at the 35 if they choose to take it there.
I would, because they've not been getting, except for that one kickoff before the halftime, they've been not getting great field position.
They're going to make them kick off once again.
Okay.
Re-kick.
This is where you're tempted to onside kick.
No, I would not. Now you would give them great field position. 4 minutes left over there at Niceville. Crestview 26, Niceville 21.
Wow.
It's going to back the Raiders back up to their 35 to get this second half started. Ian Mooney's Nana is watching from snowy Minneapolis, Minnesota. Go Knights.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely.
I love all the Midwesterners.
Oh,
me being a Midwesterner myself from Indiana.
Hey, Knights or Raiders, we love them all.
I was a Knight. That was my mascot in high school, East Noble Knights in Kendallville, Indiana. Gardner getting ready to put toe on leather from the 35. So got a line drive kick that's going to go over the head. Nope, it's going to be fielded at the 8-yard line. And it's going to be right there met by Joshua Wilson. Andrew Kelly with the return out to the 24. A return of 14 by Kelly. Joshua Wilson on the special teams tackle.
Ouch.
Ball returned out to about the 24-yard line. 1st and 10, Creekside.
1st and 10, Creekside from their 24, up 34-20. Just underway here in the second half. Ashenfelder in the pistol. He's going to hand off to Nicky Williams. Actually, he's going to keep it himself. He's got a big gain. And he's going to have a first down carry out to the 49, a gain of 25 for Ashenfelder, and a Knight first down.
50-yard line, first down, Creekside.
17 first downs already in the ball game for Creekside. And they're going to spot the ball just inside the 50 down to the 49-yard line of Creekside. 1st and 10, Knights at their own 49. Hand off to Nicky Williams. He's got a big hole. He uses his blockers to get to the outside. Still on his feet. And he stays in bounds all the way down to the 1.
Number 28, Nicky Williams.
Actually, they're going to spot it at the 2. It's going to be a 49-yard gain for Williams. And 2 plays, and Creekside is knocking on the door once again.
Good blocking up front. Nothing fancy. Just power football.
Felder's going to reach, and he gets across the goal line for his 3rd touchdown at the night at the 11:07 mark.
In for the Creekside Knight touchdown.
2-yard to run for Ashenfelder. Darren Jotty will come in for the extra point. (49 of 49 on the season for this young man. And I see no surprise why he would not make it a even cool 50. And he does. That stretches the lead out to 41-20.
Raiders 20.
Crestview hangs on and defeats Niceville. Would you say that's one of their biggest football victories in recent history?
And it'd be one of the best for Thomas Grant in his first year as head coach over there for the Bulldogs. They gave Niceville all they wanted earlier in the season, a 13-9 ball game, but this one's a little bit high scoring, 26-21.
Joe Settle, our good friend, is doing the change down there in Niceville tonight. He's watching a good one.
So 41-20 is your score here. 3-play drive for Creekside. And they're back on the board once again.
For the Raiders, number 8, Jaden Reese.
Reese back deep for the Raiders. Marshall, C.J. Hill, and Matthews over there on the far side. Darren Jotty from the left hash mark. It's going to be a short kick. And it looked like he had called a fair catch, but he didn't. It's going to be a big hit out at the 34 after a 14-yard return.
Number 2, Connor Black.
Connor Black on the return of 14 yards.
Nice return out to about the 35-yard line where the Raiders will set up 1st and 10.
The Raiders will have 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Nice 14-yard return. Thought he was going to fair catch it, but he took off and ran.
Yep.
First and 10 Raiders. Creekside defensive end almost jumped off, but he got back in time. Did not cross the plane of the first down marker.
Line of scrimmage.
From the line of scrimmage. It's going to be handoff to Love. He gets a nice block downfield. He's going to get out of bounds at about the 42.
Out across the 40-yard line.
It's going to be a gain of 9. It'll bring up 2nd and 1.
EJ may be feeling it now, Bill, but that makes the play action even more dangerous.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 1 for the Raiders from their own 42.
44-yard line.
41-20, Creekside on top. 10:50 to go here in the third quarter. And now I know what it feels like to call a Pac-12 game.
Yeah. Basketball on grass.
2nd and 1 for the Raiders. It's going to be a delayed handoff to Love for a first down out to the 45.
EJ Love flies across the 45-yard line. First down, Raiders.
It's going to be a gain of 4 for Love and a first down. Navarre out to the 45. .34 and counting here in the third. Marshall and Reese split to the far side. Nate Hansen to the near side. E.J. Love in the backfield. Tried to find Reese, but a nice defensive coverage back there by Brody McGaw. And it's going to fall incomplete, 2nd and 10.
For number 8, Jaden Reese.
Reese with 6 catches on the night. Actually 5 catches on the night for 90 yards. 2nd and 10 Navarre as they trail 41-20. Connor Matthews into the lineup, replaces E.J. Love. 2nd and 10 Navarre from their 45. There's going to be handoff to Connor Matthews. The little rugger gets out of bounds at the midfield stripe after a gain of 5.
28.
Bill, speaking of Pac-10.
We got a Pac-12 game going on tonight.
Fourth quarter, Florida High 63, South Walton 44.
There we go. 3rd and 5 for the Raiders at the midfield stripe.
Basketball score.
Final from Niceville. Crestview 26, Niceville 21.
Wow.
Upset. Marshall gets to the outside. He's got a Raider first down, and he's going to step out of bounds at the 32.
1, Terrence Marshall. First down, Raiders.
That's a gain of 18 to Marshall and a Raider first down.
Wow.
10.
Wow, wow, wow.
Ball marked at about the 30-yard line.
So Crestview goes on the road and plays who?
Well, that remains to be seen.
Buchholz or Pace? Well, that
Crestview was the 7 seed.
Yeah.
And if Pace knocks off Buchholz, Pace could be hosting Crestview next Friday night.
Right.
The tip ball to Marshall, and he hauls it in. And it's going to be enough for a Raider first down to the 20. Almost picked off, but Marshall hauls it in.
Number 2, Anthony Akel. That's good for another Navarre Raider. First down.
First down Raiders
Ball
at the
20-yard line.
Creekside 20-yard line. Reese and Marshall to the far side. Nate Hansen to the near side. Connor Matthews, you're back in the backfield to the right of Hunter Feaster. He looks over the sideline. They're going to stay with the play called. First and 10 Raiders. Matthews going to try to get to the outside, but he's met by a host of Creekside tacklers for a loss of 3 back to the 23.
Connor is a better north-south runner, wouldn't you say, Bill?
I would agree with you 100%, Bob. It's going to be a loss of 4 back to the 24. Brady McGaw on the tackle. Second and 14 at the Creekside 24-yard line. And it's going to be center field interception. And he's going to be knocked down
by his own man.
Brady Brown.
Hunter Feaster's pass intercepted by number 23.
So the Raiders get 2 drives into Creekside territory, and they turn the ball over on both of them. And the Creekside takes over a great field position at their own 48 on the interception return.
Columbia has eliminated Lincoln 29-6.
First and 10 Creekside from their own 48. 8:32 on the clock. 41-20. Trips to the far side, single to the near side. Nicky Williams in the backfield. It's going to be Ashenfelder on the quick hitter in the backfield. They get an initial hit on him, but not enough to bring him down, and he's going to get an 8-yard gain.
Flag on the play, Bill.
Flag on the play.
Probably legal block or a hold on the wing out there as the Knights are backing up. Preliminary signal. Holding.
Holding against Creekside. Or blocking the back, I should say.
They've had a few tonight. Florida High has eliminated South Walton 63-44.
Creekside territory at the 30.
First and 20 for Creekside from their 38. And it's going to be Ashenfelder. He's going to throw it backwards. And that's going to be actually a run by McMillan. That was a backwards pass. He's going to gain 1 yard.
Mitchell, in a little bit of a surprise, has defeated Springstead out of Spring Hill 35-21.
That's twice they've beaten him this year.
Yep.
Second and 19 for Creekside from their 40. Ashenfelder back to pass. He's feeling pressure, and he finds his receiver. It should be enough for a first down.
Boy, he flirts with that line of scrimmage when he throws those
very,
passes.
very close. And it's going to be a gain of 18 to Riddell. It's actually a gain of 19. It's going to be the yard to gain there. A gain of 19 and a Creekside first down. Hand off to Nicky Williams inside the 40. down to the 36-yard line, 37, gain of 3. Actually, it's going to be a little bit more than that. It's going to be a gain of 6 for Williams.
Buchholz is just taking the lead over Pace, 35-34, fourth quarter.
Ashenfelder's going to call his number again. The crafty Southmore down to the Raider 20.
Ashenfelder scrambling his way down about inside the 20-yard line. First and 10, Creekside.
It's going to be a handoff to Nicky Williams once again, down to the Raider 17.
Brought down by number 99, Isaac Cole.
Williams off left tackle.
Williams straight up the middle.
A gain down to the Raider 12.
Number 25,
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down.
Ashenfelder stays on his feet.
Ashenfelder brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be brought down in the backfield.
Big play.
That guy is a nifty,
agile.
Agile's another good word.
Going to bring up 4th down.
He's going to lose 5 on that play.
Bill Hamill-like?
Nah, I've never been called nifty or crafty. This is going to be a 42-yard attempt. 2 for 2 on the night. 14 of 17 on the season for Darren Jotty. That kick is up, and it looks like it's through again. And it is.
With a lot of room to spare.
42-yard field goal.
5:38 left in the 3rd quarter. Your score, Creekside 44. The Raiders 20.
5:38 on the clock. So Creekside gets 3 points out of the turnover. That one a 42-yard field goal. 3rd field goal on the night.
Swanee needs Walton 39-15 in the 4th quarter. Holmes County leading Freeport 42-20 in the 4th quarter. Baker's leading Bozeman 26-14 3rd quarter.
Well, if I had a vote on the All-State team, that kicker right there has got my vote for first team Class 4S. Not to interrupt your scores. Go on, Bob.
Well,
Charlotte Howard. Chloe Palmatier.
Let's see.
Jaden Reese back deep for the Raiders. Front line in front of him, Tyrell. Actually, Terrence Marshall, Connor Black, and Connor Matthews. 44-20. Creekside on top. 5:38 to go here in the 3rd. Jaden Reese from the 5. Still on his feet. Out over the 35 and out to the 37-yard line. A return of 33 yards on the kickoff for Jaden Reese.
Escambia has stretched out their lead 35-6 over Middleburg.
That at Middleburg is the alma mater of one Joshua Wilson. Not the Joshua Wilson that plays for Navarre, but a Florida high school football.com.
Jaden Reese on the return. Ladies, we'll get you at the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll do it over again.
Aquinas beat Coconut Creek 59-14.
1st and 10 Raiders from their 38. 5:30 on the clock.
Hunter Feaster's pass.
Incomplete as he tried to find Reese down the near sideline. Nice coverage there in the secondary. Ten of 18 passing for 175 yards. A touchdown and a pick for Hunter Feaster, the junior signal caller for Navarre. 2nd and 10, Navarre from their own 38, 5:23 on the clock. Trailing 44-20 here in the 3rd. The delayed handoff to E.J. Love. He's going to get to the outside. He's got a Raider first down into Creekside territory, actually right at the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 12 and a Raider first down. And E.J. goes over 100 yards on that carry with 110 on 14 carries. Only a sophomore, folks. Over 1,200 yards on the season for E.J. First and 10 Raiders at the midfield stripe. It's going to be Love off right tackle. And he's going to get about, let's call about 2 yards, bring up 2nd and 8.
Short gain will bring up 2nd down. And
they're going to spot the ball at the 48. 4:40 on the clock. Clock moving here in the third. 44-20. Creekside over Navarre. It seems like this game has been going on for a long time, Bob.
Yep.
2nd and 8 for the Raiders. Brown goes in motion. He finds his tight end, his H-back, Braden Brown, down to the 32. It's going to be an 18-yard gain to Brown and a Raider first down. They call him BB Brown.
Ball at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10 Raiders.
They're going to spot the ball at the 32, 1st and 10. Feaster across the middle to Jaden Reese. Still on his feet. Down to the 18. Give him 14. Actually, they're going to spot it at the 19. Give him 13 yards and another Raider first down.
Good timing play there. Little play action.
$103 yards receiving on the night on 6 catches for Reese. 1st and 10 Navarre at the Creekside 19. And Love's going to be tackled in the backfield.
DJ Love hit behind the line of scrimmage.
And we're going to have I think a late flag for celebration or taunting there after the play, after the 4-yard loss.
Catholic leading Wakulla. The latest we had, 2nd quarter, 27-14, Bill.
We're going to have a dead ball foul. They're going to call it both ways. They're going to go the cheap route.
Offsetting penalties.
And it's just going to be a 4-yard loss on the carry. 2nd and 14 Navarre from their 24.
2nd down at about 14.
So they called offsetting penalties. Boys will be boys. Feaster back to pass.
Throwing the fade. Oh, that's got to be interference.
Nope, I think it was good timing in the secondary there, Bob, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Oh,
good coverage back there in the secondary. I believe that was Anthony Akel, or Akel, I'm not sure which. Like A-K-E-L, Akel.
Whatever you say, Chief.
It's going to be incomplete. Nonetheless, 3rd and 14 for Navarre. 3:02 on the clock, 44-20. Feaster back to pass.
Oh.
And he had Terrence right across the middle. And you don't see that very often. Marshall needs to catch that one.
Number 1, Terrence Marshall. That's going to bring up 4th down. 4th and about 14 from the 24-yard line for the Raiders.
It's 4th and 14 for Navarre from the Creekside 24. Matthews in the backfield to the right of Hunter Feaster. He's going to shift to the left, and the Raiders going to call timeout with 2:57 on the clock. We'll have a 4th and 14. Time to get back to our message from the FHSAA. We already talked about, actually, sponsors. Florida High School Athletics Association recognizes its corporate sponsors who help make the FHSA football championships possible. Team IP, the official merchandising company of the FHSAA. Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Main Light Events, the official photo company of the FHSAA. Spectrum Sports, the official television partner of the FHSAA. Max Preps, official scores and statistics of the FHSAA. GoFan, official online ticket provider of the FHSAA. The NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA. And they need to word these better. They don't need to put FHSAA in every little line. And Wilson, provider of the official game ball for the 22 FHSS football championships, 14. And it's going to fall incomplete on fourth down, and Creekside will take over on downs.
Well, if you can touch it, you should catch it.
Take over
But
on downs, 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just start running the clock here, Bob.
Yep.
44-20. It's going to be a handoff up the gut.
Nicky Williams on the carry.
Nicky Williams on the carry out to the 26. It's going to be a gain of, let's call it 2 for Williams. 2nd and 8. 192 yards on 17 carries for Williams. 2nd and 8, Creekside. Trips to the far side, single to the near side. Nicky Williams back in the backfield, lined up behind Sean Aschenfelder. It's going to be handoff to Williams. He slips over the 25, and there's a tackle for the turf monster at the 26.
Brought down by number 7, Dwayne Clark.
Dwayne Clark on the tackle is going to get credit for it. It's going to be a gain of 2 for 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that last snap was a little funky. Came up almost like a knuckleball back to the quarterback.
Going to give him one. Let's call it 3rd and 7 for Creekside from the 27. 44-20 with 1:48 on the clock here in the third. A handoff. Actually, no handoff. Almost a great catch, and it was a great catch.
Flag on the play.
It's going to be pass interference, but they're going to decline that as the catch was made at the 46-yard line.
Unless it's on offense.
So they're going to move down to the Raider 46. 27-yard pass to Toffer. And another first down for Creekside. Williams is going to get caught in the backfield for a 1-yard loss. 1:15 on the clock and moving.
Number 99, Isaac Cole.
Hey, Bill Hamill made the tackle.
Loss on the play brings up 2nd down and 11.
Isaac Cole with the tackle. My protege.
Is that your alias?
That's my alias, Isaac Cole. 2nd and 11 from the Raider 46. Under a minute to go here in the third. 44-20 Creekside over Navarre.
Using all the play clock. Nice hole. Got a tackle, though, Navarre. Trying to go for the strip. You got to wrap them up. They made contact right at the line of scrimmage.
Williams is going to get down to the 32, a 14-yard gain. And he goes over 200 yards on the game with that carry. 207 yards on 19 carries. Move the chains once again for Creekside. That's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Creekside was 612 yards of offense through 3 quarters.
Wow.
Navarre with 338. Eight and 2 Creekside against 8-2 Navarre, but it's been pretty much Creekside for the majority of the game. Navarre did get it down to 11, but that was close as they have gotten so far. First and 10 Creekside at the Raider 32. It's going to be a boatload of Nicky Williams the rest of the way out. All the way down to the 28, a gain of 4. Chase Marsh on the tackle.
They'll have it down by where the band is right now. Down by where the band is, Steve. This Batista.
A gain of 4. Second and 6. We're just underway here in the 4th quarter. 44-20, Creekside on top.
Down and 6.
Handoff off right tackle. Williams once again down to the 26. Give him 3 yards. Actually 2 yards. Be 3rd and 4. Down to the Raider 26. 3rd and a long 4 coming up for the Knights.
It's 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4 for the Knights at the Raider 26. It's going to be Nicky Williams with the first down carry. Still on his feet inside the 15. Down to the Raider 11.
Down inside the 10-yard line.
It's going to be a gain of 16 and a Creekside first down.
Well, this is not the way I'm sure the seniors would want to play their last game.
1st and 10, Creekside.
I agree, Bob. 1st and 10, the Creekside at the Raider 11.
Ball at the 11-yard line.
Williams going to get back to the line of scrimmage +1 as they spot the ball at the 10, so it'll be up 2nd and 9. $230 yards on 23 carries for Williams. 280 yards passing, 355 rushing tonight for Creekside.
2nd down and 10.
Awesome cameraman. Yeah, I agree.
What's that?
Awesome cameraman. I got a hard-nosed running by Williams down to the Raiders 6. It's going to be a gain of 5.
Nicky Williams on the carry.
Bring up 3rd and 5.
Is that my blind cousin that's finally
Jacob Pereira.
Contacted us? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you. I really am not much of a
Our
camera
good friend
person.
Steve Husa checking in, giving you the compliment.
Thank you.
It's 3rd.
3rd and a long 5, just outside the Raiders 6 for Creekside.
Busted play.
And it's going to be a sack in the backfield by Joshua Wilson. And I haven't called his name all night. That's Elijah Kuiper in there. Lost back to the 11. OBC Dara Jetty once again for his 4th field goal attempt of the night.
4th and 10 on to kick the field goal attempt, number 84.
I'm just going to start calling him Money.
Now that's
that kick is up.
Missed it.
And good.
Oh.
He sneaks it inside the left upright. 4 for 4 on the night. 16 of 19 on the season. That is a weapon.
Yep.
That one was from 28 yards out.
Hey, ladies, let's try to announce those Navarre Raider cheerleaders one more time.
47-20 is now your score. Let's read our 4th quarter message from the FHSAA.
Ashlyn Chambers.
Good sports programs need good officials. You can stay connected to the interscholastic competition by becoming an FHSAA contest official. There's a need for officials at all levels in all sports. You can help fill those needs. We invite you to join the thousands of men and women in the FHSAA Contest Officials Program who play vital roles in the integrity of interscholastic competition. If you're interested, contact the Florida High School Athletic Association office in Gainesville or visit the officials' website at becomeanofficial.org. You're viewing the 2022 FHSA Class 4S Football Region Quarterfinals on irishbillsports.com.
Haley Coleman.
A nice return out over the 30
Izzy Negley.
for the Raiders.
Jaleel
And also on
Shaw.
Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube.
Cambry Sanfilippo. Lizzie Grimes. London Clark.
And that's all of the messages that I have to read, Bob.
Macy Mizell.
Raiders going to take over 1st and 10 from their 36, trailing 47-20 with 7:40 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Natalie Hook. Rena Taylor.
Feaster back to pass. He's got Reese with a nice reception down to the Creekside 40.
Savannah Kosker.
23-yard completion to Reese.
Sophia Villanova. And Sydney Burton.
And another Raider first down.
Your manager.
1st and 10 Navarre at the Creekside 40.
Your head coach, Miss Anna Bagley. Mrs. Anna Bagley. Thank you, ladies. Great job.
1st and 10 at the Creekside 40. Riley goes in motion. Feaster back to pass, feeling nobody there.
Hunter Feaster's pass. Intended for number 8, Jaden Reese.
Just didn't step into it.
It's going to fall incomplete, bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Second and 10 for the Raiders at the Creekside 40. 7:05 on the clock.
Hunter Feaster's pass.
His intended pass was going to Terrence Marshall over his hands and tipped off the defender's hand, incomplete. Will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Raiders.
Those crossing patterns, you need to put a little zip on the ball. A little pepper, as they used to say.
Are you going to get your receivers a little bit hurt?
No kidding. By throwing a high pass or a floater. But Marshall had double coverage on that play.
Feaster back to pass, plenty of time. They're going to throw a little screen to E.J. Love. E.J.'s going to get
Hunter Feaster's pass.
about 7 yards on the completion, bring up 4th and 3.
At about the 32-yard line. Nice pickup. Going to bring up 4th down. Tackle was made by number 32 for Creekside, Daniel Anderson.
4th and 3 for the Raiders at the Creekside 43 with 6:26 to go, trailing 47-20 here in the 4th. A quick hitter to Marshall on the far sideline. Gets enough for the Raider first down. A gain of 6 to Marshall. Move the chains.
Terrence Marshall, first down, Raiders.
Water break, Bill.
Water break.
And let's take a quick commercial along with them. We'll be right back. Your score with 6:17 to go in the 4th. Creekside 47, Navarre 20 on IrishBillSports.com and Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube. We'll be right back, folks.
Ariana Pettis.
Craig Culver of Culver's. Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
Irish Bill Seminole Bob back here. 47-20 Creekside. First 10 Raiders at the Creekside 29. 6:17 on the clock here in the 4th. Feaster back to pass. He tried to find a Reese, but it's going to be overthrown just a tad. Bring up 2nd and 10.
West Florida has polished off Bay 35-0.
No surprise there. West Florida, their second half of the season has been really solid.
Yeah, they
one more shout out to the Raider
put on the Jets.
Cheer team for their first competition tomorrow in Gulf Breeze. Good luck, ladies.
Bartram Trail 50, Flagler 20.
That's a final.
We gave you that final earlier.
And there's a center field interception once again. That's 2 of them.
Hunter Feaster's pass intercepted.
Just waiting for it.
Intercepted by number 23.
And that's a 3rd turnover by Navarre. That's going to give Creekside back the ball with 1st and 10 from their 28 with 6 minutes to go here.
Long gain up the middle.
New running back in there for Creekside.
27 on the carry.
Daniel Approbato.
First down, Creekside.
Out to the 48. Gain at 23 for Approbato. And a Creekside first down. Clock moving here in the
Approbato on the carry, right up the middle. Dwayne Clark on the stop for the Raiders.
Approbato with the carry. It's going to be a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 coming up. Clock down to 5 minutes to go here. Under 5 minutes to go in the 4th. 47-20. Creekside comfortably on top of the Raiders here.
Escambia has polished off Middleburg 42-18.
Good job by the Gators over there. I think we all took the Gators there.
Yep.
2nd and 9 for Creekside from the 49. It's going to be a handoff to Approbato.
Number 27.
And he's going to get down into Raider territory. See where they're going to spot the ball. It's going to be down at the 48.
I think do we have a new quarterback in there, Bill, number 8?
No, he's been there all night. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, well, we've got a game all but wrapped up. Never want to take a chance.
It's going to be a gain of 3 down to the Raider 47. Clock winds down to 4 minutes to play here in the fourth. If you're just checking in, first question I'm going to ask you, where you been? It's 47-20, Creekside. Approbato with the stays on his feet.
Scampers his way to
And he's going to get down to the 36. It's going to be a gain of 11 and another Creekside first down.
Well, fans of Creekside, they got a heck of a team. They're very impressive.
Most definitely.
But they're going to have their hands full next week if they hold on here.
First and 10, Creekside, ball at the 36-yard.
Well, they can certainly score the points, though.
First and 10, Creekside at the Raider 36. And Approbato slips on the turf at the 43. He's going to lose 2 yards on that one, bring up second and 12.
Timeout, Raiders.
Navarre calls timeout, Bill.
Tackle was made by number 43, Jonathan Brogan.
Well, that was second and 12. And one thing we always do in the last game of the season, we're gonna mention every single senior that plays their final game for their respective school. And it looks like now with the 47-20 lead, we'll be going over Navarre's senior lineup here, and we'll recognize them for their efforts in the Raider program.
Bill Hamill. Bob Grant. Oh, senior citizen or seniors?
Seniors.
Oh, okay. My bad.
We're senior citizens, Bob.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is true, senor.
Second and 11 for Creekside from the Raider 37, 3:18 on the clock. Actually, 3:19 on the clock. They hand off to a new back in there. That would be Nate Black.
Number 24.
And he's going to get 3 yards down to the 39.
Time on the field.
Navarre takes their second timeout.
Navarre getting
third and 8.
Some reserves in, perhaps backup reserves who are
maybe some seniors in as well.
Giving them playing time.
Let's see who we got in there. We'll name them off once we get when they come back out. Well, Creekside's going to improve to 9-2, and they got a return trip. Actually, they played Bartram Trail at home, so they'll have to go to Bartram Trail this time.
Not exceedingly a far trip.
9-2. Creekside at 11-0 Bartram Trail. Last score was 59-27.
Yeah.
Third and a long 7 for the Knights at the Raider 34. Aschenfelder's going to. It's a completed pass down to the 21. But there is a flag in the backfield. Holding against Creekside.
Holding penalty against Creekside. Going to back him up and negate that reception.
That's the only thing that they're going to need to clean up next week. 9 penalties on the night for 85 yards. The Raiders only with 1. Folks, keep it clean on the chat line, please. I shouldn't have to be saying things like that. We're all adults here, most of us.
Not when you use words like that.
No. It's going to be a handoff to Approbato. He's going to get back to the 40. He's going to gain about, let's call it about 7 there.
On the carry for Creekside.
It's going to bring out 4th down, 4th and 14. Down to 2:21. I love the YouTube chat, but as long as we keep it clean, folks.
Fourth down.
There's nothing wrong with a little banter going back and forth, but let's just keep it clean.
Delay game. Offense.
Delay game penalty on the Knights. Remain fourth down.
47-20 with 1:51 to go. And this is the first time that we're going to see the punter. And this is Cooper Maurer.
Who?
Cooper Maurer.
Cooper. Okay.
It's going to take a Creekside bounce.
Why are you even thinking about touching the ball? Holy cow.
The Raiders inside the 10, all the way back to the 7. A beautiful punt there by Maurer.
Oh, my.
First and 10.
So, looks like the 2 seed goes down. The 5 seed goes down.
We have an update in the pace game.
I will check.
First and 10 Raiders. He tried to find Hanson across the middle, falls incomplete.
Hunter Feaster's pass intended for number 13, Nate Hanson, incomplete.
1:36 on the clock. Second and 10 for the Raiders from their 7. Twins to both sides for Navarre. And he tries to find Reese just a little bit in front, and we'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Jaden Reese on the near side, incomplete. They'll bring up 3rd down.
Still looking, Chief.
Raiders will fall to 8-3 to finish their season. Feaster back to pass. Brown with the catch. Actually, that is Nate Hanson with the catch out to the 18. A gain of 12 and a Raider first down.
Good enough for Navarre Raider first down.
Down to 1:24 on the clock. Dexter Jefferson in there now, the senior running back for Navarre. Marshall with the catch. Still on his feet over the 40, out to the 42. Nice catch as he kind of flipped it to himself.
Up to the 43-yard line.
Pine Forest dispatches Rickards 35-15, Bill.
That's going to be a gain of 25 out to the 43.
Catholic beats Wakulla 42-21.
First and 10 Raiders at their own 43. Feaster back to pass. Ricky Riley does not hold on. It'll be second and 10.
Intended for number 6, Ricky Riley. Incomplete. It's going to bring up second down and 10.
Swanee beats Walton 39-15.
Second and 10 for Navarre from their 43. 51 seconds on the clock. 47-20. Creekside out on top. Twin receivers to both sides. Dexter Jefferson to the right of Hunter Feaster. Feaster back to pass.
Feaster's pass.
Falls incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Incomplete.
46.7. Third and 10 for the Raiders. Intended pass to Hanson's going to fall incomplete, and the Raiders will have one more down here unless they can get a first down.
Going to bring up 4th down.
4th and 10 for the Raiders at their own 43. Twins to both sides. 4th and 10 for Navarre. Feaster back to pass. And it's going to be caught by Reese inside the 40, down to the 36.
Pass complete to number 8, Jaden Reese.
21-yard gain to Reese, and a Raider first down. Spot the ball at the 35.
Legal procedure
against Navarre, their second penalty of the night.
5-yard penalty remain. First down.
For 15 yards. One penalty in each half. So it'll be 1st and 15 for Navarre as they back the ball up to the 40. 33.8 seconds to go. You're welcome, Craig. Nate Hansen going to make the catch, break one tackle. He's going to cut back inside, still on his feet. He's going to get a first down inside the 25, down to the 24. A gain of 16 for Hansen and a Raider first down.
Clock is rolling. Navarre out of timeouts. They need to figure out, spike the ball or something.
Might be the last play of the game right here, Bob.
Yeah. Intercepted.
And he drops it.
Dropped it.
And that will be the last play of the game. You're welcome, Crystal. Thank you all for tuning into the game tonight on Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube. Creekside will move on, and they'll face Bartram Trail next Friday night. We're going to stay right here. Due to the length of the game, Bob, we're going to go ahead and close things out.
4 years of football and cheer. This team is loaded with sophomores and juniors. They will be back. Thank you.
It's been kind of entertaining watching you guys going back and forth on YouTube. 47-20 is your final. Creekside moves to 9-2 on the season, 6-0 on the road. They'll have their biggest road test next Friday night as they travel to Bartram Trail to face an 11-0 Bartram Trail team. Thank you. You're welcome, Joanne.
Pace loss, 35-34.
35-34. Buchholz knocks out Pace. So they will host Crestview next Friday night over in Buchholz. I believe they play at Citizens Field over there in Gainesville.
They do. 35-34. Boy.
You're all welcome. We appreciate you guys logging on tonight.
Much.
It's been quite entertaining, if I should say so, myself.
Let me entertain you.
We're going to say, okay, go, Amy. There you go. And the Knights prevail on this night.
Yes.
Once again, I want to thank all of my individuals that made donations tonight so that we could bring you this game. on Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube and irishbillsports.com. Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, the Wayne Keene family, Clay Matthews family, Lou Barr's family, Craig Marsh, thank you, Jennifer Watson, Hugh Gither, and Glenda Lewis. We want to thank you all for donating so that we could bring you this game here on irishbillsports.com.
Not only for Raider fans, but also for Knight fans.
Knight fans.
Yes.
So.
And that's what it's all about, really.
Okay.
Providing.
Now it's time to go over our seniors.
Okay.
We're going to name each and every senior here. Number 6, Ricky Riley. Number 7, Dwayne Clark Jr. Number 8, Jaden Reese. Number 17, Taylor Gardner. Number 18, Ryan Bavis. Number 19, Landon Mensler. Number 20, Dexter Jefferson. Number 22, Trey Bragg. Number 24, Chase Marsh. Number 27, Connor Baird. Number 43, Jonathan Brogan. Number 44, Jacob Herrera. Number 46, Amir Rustam. Did not dress all season due to an injury. Number 52, Patty Freeman. That's Paddy. Keona Moso. I enjoyed calling games with him playing. What a talent that young lad that is. Riley Vester on the one of the big Bubbas, right there with Adrian Gonzalez. BK Cast. Dom Cunningham. Ethan Newman. We'll be seeing that young man playing on Saturday somewhere next year.
Most definitely.
Caleb Akers, nursing an injury. We wish you a quick healing, Caleb. Max Smith, Blake Wangerin, Elijah Kuiper, and Big Isaac Cole. Congratulations, guys, on a job well done supporting your Raider football program for the last 4 years. And we appreciate calling your games with you all, giving your time to the Raider program. Let's go ahead and select our players of the game, Bob. And
yeah, well, it's.
I think this is going to be
the quarterback from.
We're going to go with
Creekside.
Ashton Felder as our Ian Lockwood player of the game. For those that you don't know, Creekside fans, our Ian Lockwood player of the game is the dedication of a young man that we lost back in 2011, a football player that lost his battle with brain cancer. And for that, we honor his memory with our MVP of the game, the Ian Lockwood player of the game, and that goes to Sean Ashenfelder.
Yep, he has a ball field here in Navarre, NYSA football field, dedicated to him.
And I think our offensive player, we have to lean towards. I would probably say Ricky Williams, running back, 235 yards on 24 carries. Defense.
Wow. Moso.
We could go the defensive line. We go Moso or Isaac Cole or Dom Cunningham. Let's go with those three up front. Cunningham, Musso, and Max Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And our kicker, our special teams, that we know who that's going to.
Yeah.
Darren Gotti, 4 for 4 on field goals.
That's 12 points.
5 for 5 on extra points.
17 points.
17 points. So he ties his own state record this year for points by a kicker with 17. So there you have it, folks. The Raiders fall on this night. They finished the season 8-3. Creekside moves on at 9-2, where they'll face off with Bartram Trail next Friday night.
We wish them the best.
Wish you all the best and moving forward. And I think it's about time we call this one a night, Bob. What do you think so?
We've been calling it a night all night with a K-N. Great football team. Y'all should be very proud.
Yeah, and their final over at Niceville. At Crestview knocks off Niceville 26-21.
Well, I picked that.
So the Bulldogs will move on. Niceville finishes their season at 9-2. Thanks, Joe Settle, for checking in. You're correct. But this final on this night, it goes the way of Creekside, 47-20. Once again, I want to thank all of our viewers out there. Gosh, I look at the numbers. I have over 1,100 views on my screen right here, and we appreciate every one of you guys guys and gals checking in. And
to this free broadcast.
So we'll have one more Wednesday night show. Next Wednesday night, we'll do a wrap-up show from Culver's in Navarre.
Right.
That was 7 o'clock every Wednesday night, but that will be our final broadcast of the season next Wednesday night. Good before we hit Thanksgiving, and we'll take a break from on there. For Seminole Bob, this has been Irish Bill. We hope you have enjoyed another season of Navarre football on IrishBillSports.com and Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube. And enjoy your weekend, folks. And for Seminole Bob, this is Irish Bill. May the wind ever be at your back. This is Irish Bill signing off. Good night, folks.
Good night, Navarre.